Welcome to our live stream broadcast of game number 4 on the 2021 season. Muleshoe Mules versus the Tulia Hornets. The live stream football broadcast brought to you by Barrett Potato Farms, Burton Service Center, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Muleshoe Area Medical Center, Muleshoe Independent School District, Mohawk Auto Parts, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, McDonald's Restaurant, Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Muleshoe Vet Supply, 5 area telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, Shipman's Body Shop and Autoplex, WTG Fuels, K&K Pharmacy, Edward Jones, Stephen Dement, Farmers Insurance, Julie DeBruin, Irrigation Pumps and Power Incorporated, Bailey County Farm Bureau, Scott Miller, Leal's Mexican Restaurant, and Lance Insurance. We'll go to our pregame here after a little while with our voice of the Muleshoe Mules. Tonight it will be our own Victor Leal along with his nephew Ethan Leal doing the stats. That coming up shortly, but here about 6:30 p.m. we'll take you live down to the field here at David Wood Field at Benny Douglas Stadium for the Remembering Reed nonprofit, as they will recognize children and their families that have fought childhood cancer. That program will begin here in just a few moments, and then we'll go to our pregame following that with Victor and Ethan here on MuleshoeTV.com, both our Facebook pages, Gil Lamb Channel 6 Muleshoe, and simultaneously live as well on our YouTube channel, Gil Lamb Advertising. So stay tuned.
Liliana Cortez. Lily was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic lymphoma in December 2020. Her favorite color is purple, and her most favorite hobby is Halloween. She loves playing outside with her friends and her puppy dogs. She has also been known to enjoy crafts and painting. Lily tells herself she is a brave girl before doing anything new. No doubt she is showing such bravery while going through her treatments. Thank you, Liliana. Let's start that over. Liliana Cortez, please step forward. Lily was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic lymphoma in December 2020. Her favorite color is purple, and her most favorite hobby or holiday is Halloween. She loves playing outside with her friends and her puppy dogs. She has also been known to enjoy crafts and painting. Lily tells herself she is a brave girl before doing anything new. No doubt she is showing such bravery while going through her treatments. Thank you, Liliana. Caleb Poole. Caleb was diagnosed with leukemia on his 4th birthday and is currently in treatment. Caleb loves to watch construction trucks and fire trucks. He wants to be an Amarillo firefighter when he grows up, even though his daddy is a canyon firefighter. He loves camping in the mountains, making s'mores, and riding 4-wheelers and motorcycles. Thank you, Caleb. Bracken Hales. Bracken was diagnosed with leukemia at the age of 2.5 years old. He is 4 now and still in treatment. He loves dirt bikes, motorcycles, and cars. He loves riding his bike, going to the mountains to fish, and adores his big sister, Kinsley. Bracken says he wants to be Captain America when he grows up. He is already a superhero, so that's fitting. Thank you, Bracken. Up next, Bryce Lawrence. Bryce was diagnosed with ALL at 20 months old. He is currently undergoing treatment at UMC's Southwest Cancer Center in Lubbock. Bryce attends a Parents' Day Out program called Kingdom Kids at the First Baptist Church in Littlefield. He enjoys riding his bicycle, going for rides on his family's Ranger, and he loves water balloons. Thank you, Bryce. Tinsley Hayes. Tinsley was diagnosed with ATRT at 8 months old. She underwent treatment at St. Jude's and is now attending school with her friends. Tinsley loves Disney World and going to church. Way to go, girl. She really enjoys tea parties, dress up, and all things girly. Thank you, Tinsley. Up next, Hartley Hurd. Hartley is busy battling her cancer right now, so a friend accepted the honor of standing in for her tonight. Hartley was diagnosed with ALL at 16 months old. Since her diagnosis, she has battled leukemia 3 different times. She is now 5 years old and is thriving thanks to her daddy's stem cells. Hartley loves all things Disney's Frozen. She also enjoys jokes and pranks. Hartley is really hopeful she can start pre-K this fall. Thank you, Alyssa. Ernie Toscano Buenrostro. Ernie was diagnosed with ALL at 11 years old and was treated at UMC in Lubbock. Ernie is one of the student athletic trainers for our very own Muleshoe Mules and enjoys visiting California, reading, playing video games, and being with his family. Thank you, Ernie. Bo Birdwell. Bo was unable to join us tonight, so a friend has accepted the honor of standing in for him. Bo was diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma at 2 years old. At 9 years old, still blonde hair and blue-eyed, he now enjoys fishing, being outdoors with family, and all things cowboy. Thank you, Gabby. Next, we will remember the children who fought bravely and have passed away. Families, please step forward to receive flowers when your hero's name is called. Austin Sean Williams. Austin was diagnosed with medulloblastoma at 18 months old. Austin loved his groceries. There wasn't much he wouldn't eat. His mom says he loved his dogs, playing outside, any sport with a ball, and his morning cartoons. It was the little things in life that made him the happiest. Thank you, McGeehee family. Maverick Vogler. Mav's family was unable to be here tonight, so a friend has accepted the honor of standing in for them. Mav was diagnosed with Ewing's sarcoma when he was 2 years old. His family couldn't make it tonight, so once again a friend is standing in. He loves firefighters and police officers. Mav enjoyed visiting zoos and fire stations with his mom and his older sister Haley. Mav also loved his nuggets. If chicken nuggets weren't on a menu, he thought it was a crime. Thank you, Angela. Hannah Simmons. Hannah was diagnosed with a brain tumor when she was 9 years old. Those who knew Hannah will tell you she was full of life and laughter. She was an avid fan of the Muleshoe Mules and cheered them on in these very stands every chance she got. Hannah's family has started an organization named Hannah's Wish, which they use to purchase prom dresses for girls who are in need of a dress. Hannah would have proven this girly, fun way to remember her. Thank you, Simmons family. Christabel Rodriguez. Chris's family could not be here tonight, so their family friend has accepted the honor of standing in for them. Christabel Leal Rodriguez was diagnosed with DIPG in March 2020. Krista loved going to the lake, shopping, playing video games, and swimming. She aspired to be a veterinarian. Krista was an inspiration to all, even to adults fighting cancer. Thank you, Amy. Reed Marble. Reed was diagnosed with ATRT at 11 months old. He loved playing with his brother Case and putting anything on his head as a hat. He also loved anything that tastes good and would clap with his feet when he ate ice cream, his favorite yogurt, or anything else tasty. His family has started a non-profit, the very organization tonight's event benefits, called Remembering Reed Incorporated, in memory of Reed. Reed was joy. Look up joy in the dictionary, and his picture should be right next to it. Thank you, Markle family. Fans, you may or may not realize that the government is only spending 4% of cancer research money on childhood cancers, while adult cancer research gets the remaining 96%. Going gold in September is a time for us to bring awareness and encourage legislature to even out the distribution of those funds so that children have a fighting chance to reach adulthood. Please consider donating to a childhood cancer organization like Remembering Reed, Alex's Lemonade Stand, or St. Jude's this September. Please bow your heads in prayer with me. Lord, we thank you for your steadfast love and healing hands. May we all fight with these bravery these children have shown when faced with trials in our own lives. We pray many blessings over the children and families represented here tonight and all across the world who have been affected by childhood cancer. In your name we pray. Amen. Thank you, fighters, families, and friends for joining us this evening and allowing us the privilege of honoring and remembering these childhood heroes. Please give all of these heroes a round of applause.
Victor Leal and Ethan Leal in our pregame. Just a few moments, so please stay tuned.
Hey, good evening, Muleshoe Mules sports fans. We are in Muleshoe, Texas tonight for a great game. Friday night lights. It just doesn't get much better than this. I'm Victor Leal, your host tonight on Gil Lamb Channel 6 radio station. I am with Ethan Leal. He's my wingman. I'm going to call him Goose. Ethan, how are you doing tonight?
Great. I'm ready for some good football tonight. It's roughly 81 degrees tonight with a 13-mile-per-hour wind gust, which, like you were saying, could play a little factor into the passing game tonight. So look to see a little bit of the ball more on the ground tonight. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see the Muleshoe Mules take a W tonight against these Tulia Hornets. Looking to see a great game.
I think we're up for a good game. Speaking of that, so Muleshoe comes into this game with 1-2. And we need a big win tonight because, just evening it up at 2-2 would be a big win for us. And we expect great things out of these Mules tonight. They've had a great week of practice. We're coming in pretty healthy, and we lost last week to Friona. It was a pretty big win on the Friona side, but had a big win against Sundown to open up, and then lost a heartbreaker to Lamesa on the second game, 24-20, and. Like I said last week, we lost a big game to Friona, but Tulia comes into town at 3-0, and they beat Sanford Fritch pretty big last week, 51-6. So they're going to be stout, and they pass the ball a lot, and they've got some good athletes on their team. But I think we're going to be set up, we're going to be ready for them, and we've got a great team loaded with talent. It's good to be back at my hometown, and it's good to be back at this particular stadium. There's a lot of history here with Mule Mania and state championships, and just going back through the years. And after coming back and just kind of reacquainting myself with the game, it's interesting to see this new field, this new turf. It's just it's a great looking field. I know that we have a big here in a couple of weeks or so. We've got an all-school reunion. I think the folks that haven't been to Muleshoe or haven't seen the new stadium or the new facilities are going to be pleasantly surprised at how great everything looks. So I got down on the field and walked on this turf, and of course back when I played, we didn't even wear face masks. I mean, it was leather helmets, and that's the reason I look like I do, Ethan. So you were wondering what the problem was, but yeah, this is the equipment that they have now is they have light helmets. Their helmets are lighter. The shoulder pads, just the padding, the way that they train. It's just it's so different than when we were playing ball back in the late 70s. But so many improvements, and you just have some really good athletes here. And anyway, one of the things that was interesting is again, going back to the turf and the cleats the kids wear now are about a 1/4-inch cleats, so they can, you don't have the big long cleats that we used to have, back when we were played on grass and stuff. So, yeah, absolutely mind-boggling when you think about all the changes. Their safety is one of the main concerns for our kids, and keeping the kids safe and away from especially the head injuries. That has improved greatly, with the equipment, but also the way they tackle. We were taught to go head first and to hit people with our face mask, and to certain way that you wrap people up in the tackling, and that's changed over the years as well. I think it's a safer way where it's more of a shoulder to the hip type tackle. And very interesting, things that I've learned just over the course of the last couple of days. So we run a offense that is mostly pass. I think we run about 55% run. We run mostly. We're predominantly a running team, and so you'll see the Mules probably keep the ball on the ground about 60% of the plays tonight, or that's what the plan is anyway. Got a nice crowd out tonight, and people are coming into the game here, and they're, they had a nice pregame celebration or memorial, or not so much a memorial, but had a nice tribute to some cancer survivors. And Tulia's got a nice crowd out as well. And, I think we're going to have a great game here tonight. Ethan, anything you want to add to that?
Tonight, just some of the factors for success that I want to see out of the Mules tonight is to get the run game going early. As we were talking about, the wind is a big factor coming in tonight with roughly a 15-mile-per-hour breeze coming from the north. So I like to see our star workhorse running back Zeke Castle get going tonight early, build a big lead against Tulia. So I think for Muleshoe, the starting off to have success, I think we need to have a solid job on the run on the ground.
Go ahead and give us a starting offense, if you don't mind.
So in the center position, we have Nick Reyes, and in the guard position, we have Jonathan Salinas and Andre Alfaro. And then the tackle positions, we have Jacob Reyes and Ricardo Gonzalez. The wideouts, we have Judas Reyes and Eleazar Cineros. In the slot positions, we have Irvin Torres and Brennan Davis, with the starting QB being Zach Halsley and the running back Zeke Castle. And on the defensive side of the ball, starting at the defensive ends, we have Victor Morales and Jacob Reyes. The tackle positions are Waxer Lopez and Nick Reyes. And at our linebacker positions, at outside linebacker, we have Davian McMullen. The will linebacker is Sebastian Curvin. The Mike linebacker is Brennan Davis. And at our free safety, we have Noah Cantu, with our strong safety being Irvin Torres. And our cornerbacks, to round out the starting defensive lineup, is Judas Reyes and Eleazar Cineros. So that's our starting lineup.
Sounds good. Good job there. I think Eleazar is kind of hard to say. I think they call him Bones. So we'll be referring to him as Bones tonight. And yeah, we've got some great players. Mules just ran out on the field along with the Tulia Hornets, and we're getting ready now for all the pregame festivities to begin with national anthem and all those good things. So great job on introducing our lineups tonight, Ethan. And last week, I think we had one of our Brennan Davis was injured in Freona. I think he rolled an ankle. I was talking to the coaches about his injury. They feel like he had a good week of recovery, a good week of getting some therapy on that ankle, and they feel like he's going to be ready to go tonight. He's a big man right there in the middle, a senior middle linebacker, or Mike linebacker they call him now, and he's a true leader on this team. And I think that if he stays healthy tonight, it'll make a big difference in the way the Mules play. I think the way he's described by some of his coaches, he's a quiet guy, but he leads by example on the field, and hopefully that ankle of his is recovered enough that he'll be able to make a good showing. Nothing better than that. National anthem on a Friday night. Strapping on those pads, getting the helmets on, and getting ready for some Friday night lights here in West Texas. And it just doesn't get any better than this. And so the sun's starting to set a little bit and starting to cool down just a little bit, and just an absolute perfect night for football. At 80 degrees, it's still a little bit warm. Might see some of the kids, making sure they're drinking plenty of water and avoiding the cramps and things like that. But yeah, we're about to send our captains out for the coin toss and see how this game kicks off. We're excited to see again a good hometown crowd, and hoping that Muleshoe gets back on track now with a big win. So it looks like apparently the Mules are going to receive. So deep, we got number 10, sophomore Zeke Castle, to receive. Nice kickoff, a low driving kick. Zeke allows it to go into the end zone. It'll be set back, and we'll start this game off at the 25-yard line. Actually, the 20-yard line. All right, so we do start off on the 25 as the ball went through the end zone, and Muleshoe coming out to start this game. We've got the quarterback, Zach Castley, under center, number 4, the big senior. Doubles. Got a run play right up the middle. Nice gain. Pick up of about 7 yards there. So, nice run. A.J. Ramirez picks up about 6 yards on the play. So, we're looking at a 2nd and 4 here. Another handoff, and running back trips up just a little bit, but it looks like he's got enough. It's like he's just short of the first down. No, actually, we got the spot, so we're 1st and 10. Mules right out of the bat, got 2 nice running plays, a pickup of about 6 and a pickup of about 4. So we've got a nice opening there in the middle. Quick pass out to the left. Nice move by the receiver there. Nice running play there, and we pick up about 8 yards. So we got about nice run there by the receiver. Mules off to a nice start tonight. 2nd and about 3. Man in motion. Handoff. Nice run. Broke a nice tackling out in the open there. Pickup of about another 10 yards. Nick Ray is on the run there. Quick pass out to the left again, and a nice move. And again, another pickup of about 6 yards. So the Mules are on the move here early on. Ethan, what are you thinking? Number 1, Torres on that play. Nice pickup, nice move after the catches. So they're getting some running room after the catch, and Mules taking advantage of the quick passes and the nice runs right up the middle. So far, their line's dominating. Nice pickups.
Get ready to look for short passes and quick runs up the middle, like we're seeing here. Another short one.
The short pass, number 1. That's Irving Torres on the reception there. Pickup of about about a yard there. So brings up third and about 3. Big down here, big play. Running back stumbles just a little bit out of the back, but it looks like he's... Looks like we got the left-footed spot. We're just short. It's like we're 4th and inches, and Mules going for it. Big early play here, Ethan. Big play.
Look for a run right up the middle.
Ethan's calling a run right up the middle. He called it exactly right, and I'm going to start calling him Nostradamus because he called that play exactly right. Mules pick up enough for the first down. We move the chains. Muleshoe's in command here, and Ethan, they're looking sharp, right off the gates.
We're looking pretty good here. Look for another run or a quick little screen pass out.
Handoff there. What's the number there, Ethan? What'd you pick up? That's number 12? Zach Radloff. Nice pickup again. Looks like he picked up about 5, so we have a 2nd and 5 now. And big first down on that 4th and short. The read right up the middle, and we pick up about another 3 to 4 yards there on that play. Looked like it. Radloff, workhorse this afternoon, picking up another 4 yards. They're substituting out now. In comes number 10. That's Zeke Castle. That's a sophomore running back. Quick snap, number 10. Give it to Castle. He breaks a tackle and gets it a little bit to the outside, and it's like we're just a little bit short of the first down. Mules pick up a first down, and we're marching down the field here, picking up some nice yardage on that run. Castle bumped into some early resistance, but he bounced it to the outside and picked up enough for the first down.
Number 1's lined up in the slot. Look for a quick
pass. Nice pass. Muleshoe Mules threatening now in the red zone. Down to about the 12, 13-yard line. Ethan, we're looking good here tonight.
Yes, when number 1 lines up in the slot, I look for a quick pass, a quick slant, or a quick bubble screen. Tonight, look there for that.
Faking the handoff. Quick outside pass. Looks like there's some running room, and we are down to the 2-yard line. Irving Torres, number 1, wide receiver, the junior, making great plays out there. They faked the early handoff, threw it to the outside, and we are threatening here at the 2-yard line. Strong run right up the middle. Looking for a signal. We thought our quarterback thinks we got into the end zone, but we didn't get the call, so we are timeout called. We got Lee Tosh coming in as a substitution.
Look for a run up the gut.
Touchdown, Muleshoe Mules. Quarterback keeper faked the run up the middle, took it to the outside, bounced back in. Just a good strong run. Mules take an early lead here with 5:28 left in the first quarter. Strong drive there, Ethan, and the Mules just looking complete control. Looking here for the extra point. Dribbles through. Looked like he hit it a little bit fat, but it was just enough to get through the uprights. And Mules take an early lead, 7-0. Ethan, your thoughts?
Great opening drive there from the Mules. Not much else to be said except the ground game looks good. The quick bubble screen's looking good. Mules look sharper than a knife there in the first opening drive.
Well, I agree. They look disciplined, and they're executing really well, and everything they were doing was just working well. That 4th and inches, pretty brave call to go for it there, and it paid off for the Mules early on here. So, yeah, it looks like Mules looking good tonight against the 3-0 Tulia Hornets, coming over hoping to sting us, but so far the sting's been on them. So we're looking pretty strong here tonight, and expecting good things. We'll see how our defense holds up as the Mules prepare for a kickoff.
That drive there took about 6 minutes off the clock. A good time drive there. Good, slow, well-executed drive there by the Mules.
Ethan, you happen to have the stat? How many first downs did we pick up there? Do you know?
We picked up 6 first downs, excuse me.
Good. Just took it right down the field. No one big play, just a bunch of nice pickups. Mules fake a little onside look there. Kind of keeping the Hornets on their toes. And now they back up for a traditional kick. Nice high kick. Short, taken at the 20. Mules stop him about the 32. So we'll see now how the Tulia Hornets line up. On offense, they have number 71. Center is Chasko. We'll give the rest of the starting lineup for the Tulia Hornets here in a little bit. Trips out to the left. Man in motion. Heavy pressure by the Muleshoe Mules, and a receiver might have had a step on the safety, but the ball was way overthrown. So nice pressure by the Muleshoe Mules, who reacted with looked like a nice blitz there.
Look for a heavy air raid attack here from the Tulia Hornets tonight with their star quarterback, number 4.
So far, the Tulia Hornets have thrown the ball deep a couple of times with no success, bringing up a 3rd and 10. I didn't catch flag.
Flags fly as number 78, Nick Ray, has jumped off sides a little early there. Had a free shot, incomplete, deep left, but still a 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down for the Hornets.
Looks like we had a false start there on the Tulia Hornets. Number 8, here to the near side. So it takes the ball back to the original line of scrimmage and back to a 2nd and 10. So essentially those were offset penalties is what we come down to, and we got 2nd and 10. I'm guessing it's going to be a rollout pass here. You got doubles on each side. You got a little bit of a rollout here. And you almost intercepted by number 3. But a great catch. Did you get the number on the Tulia Hornet there?
Number 1.
Number 1. Do you have his name by any chance there?
No, I don't.
Let me see. Number 1 for the Tulia Hornets, Ethan Reyes. Wide receiver, he's a senior. Nice catch there. Mules up. Tulia going with the no-huddle offense, trying to strike quickly here. They got a second and about a yard, trying to capitalize on a great catch a while ago. Mules might have jumped off into the neutral zone there, and they got a receiver out. Oh. Number 2 broke up the pass for the Muleshoe Mules. Nice defensive play there on a long pass. Brings up a 3rd and 1. I don't see a flag, so it doesn't look like the Mules got caught in the neutral zone.
Got lucky with that one there.
We did indeed, and it looks like it's a good time to fake something up the middle, maybe hit the Mules with a long pass, but hopefully our Mules defense is ready for this. Big play here. So they hand the ball off to number 8, who scatters around the right side, and he picks up enough yardage for the first down. Enough for the first down. Picks up about 10 yards on that run. And again, the Hornets are in a hurry-up type of offense, not allowing the Mules to make any adjustments. Quick pass out. Again, I believe that's number 8. Actually, it's number 1, Ethan Reyes again, who's been on the receiving end of some big passes tonight. Brings up a 3rd and about 6. I'm sorry, 2nd down and about 6. Quarterback rolls out to the left. He's right-handed, sets up, nice pass, nice reception there. Picks up maybe enough for a first down. Looks like the referee's going to give him the spot. And again, it moves a change for the Tulia Hornets. So the Hornets have trying to answer that drive that the Muleshoe Mules had. They're now down to 22-yard line of the Muleshoe Mules. Deep drop, screen pass, but we picked that up right in the middle. Nice defensive play by number 0 for the Muleshoe Mules. Brennan Davis. Nice play by Brennan Davis. Sniffed that screen out. Shut it down right in the middle.
Short yardage. Prevent a big yardage play there.
No doubt. So it's 2nd and 10. No pickup on that. Quick pass, number 2. Finds a little bit of running room. Nice hit there. Takes number 2 out of bounds. Jeremiah Barron, number 13. The senior defensive back. Nice hit. So we got 3rd and 5. Tulia on about the 24-yard line. It looks like a free pass here. And he's got a receiver, but it's broken up there late. Got flags on the field. My guess it's going to be an offsides by the Muleshoe Mules, which might give them not quite enough for the first down. Ethan, what are you thinking?
This double count is really getting the Mules defensive line off guard. They need to figure out how to work with this double count and recognize that it's coming and stop jumping off sides because it's costing us a lot of yards and probably another first down here in the red zone.
That could be costly. You're absolutely right, Ethan. It looks like the quarterback's hard counting the Mules, and they're jumping off sides going on the count instead of the movement of the ball. And there you got a clean snap, got 3 receivers out. Right down the middle, upended there by number 1 of the Muleshoe Mules, Irvin Torres, but not before he picks up nice yardage there. And now Tulia with a quick snap. They're threatening at our 2-yard line and a first down. Quick pass out to the right. That one's covered up, though. Number 2 from the Tulia Hornets. And quickly to stop that one.
Great tackle for loss there, making it 2nd and goal from about the 6-yard line.
Davian McMullen, the junior from Muleshoe Mules, nice stop there in the open field. Fake handoff rolling out to the left. He tries to square his shoulders to throw the ball, and he finds the receiver, and it over the head of number 2. Judas Reyes for the Muleshoe Mules. And Tulia, just strong drive, comes back to answer and get the touchdown. So they showed some nice talent there as well. We're unable to stop that little rollout. He's a right-handed quarterback for the Tulia Hornets, but he comes out rolling to his left and squares up his shoulders and passes that ball. And a nice kick. So with 2:21 left here in the first quarter, we now have a tie game, 7-7. I think it's going to be, from the looks of it so far, Ethan, it looks like this might be a high-scoring game. What are your thoughts?
I think this is going to be a very high-scoring game with both offenses very high-powered. What I see differently is that the Muleshoe Mules have the time of possession more on their hands as they take slower drives, so that's good, preventing the Hornets from taking longer drives. So that was about a 3-minute drive there by the Hornets, a great quick drive to get a touchdown, but look for a more delayed drive from the Mules with the run-heavy offense, and look for some more bubble screens going to Irvin Torres here as we wind down the final minutes of the first quarter.
Well, just two very talented teams, looks like, on offense. A few mistakes made there by the Tulia Hornets, and they were able to make those nice quick passes and get some runs out of them after the reception. So interesting to see here now how the Mules will respond. Low driving kick. Fielded at about the 4-yard line. Nice run. Tripped up at about the 23. Looks like we have a flag on the play. That was number 10 on the run back, Zeke Castle. Number 10, the sophomore. It looked like he was going to have a little running room, but a little shoestring tackle brought him down. Foul was on the Muleshoe Mules. Looks like it's a chop block on the Muleshoe Mules. This will take the ball back to... the Mules are going to start deep in their own territory.
15-yard penalty there for the personal foul.
Well, Ethan, we're going to start deep in our own territory here at the 11-yard line. Looks like the wind has died down a little bit, so it shouldn't be too much of a factor in the passing game. Man in motion for the Muleshoe Mules. Quarterback hands off the ball. Nice running room right up the middle, and he's still running. Picks up about 8 yards.
Great tough run there by Zeke Torres. Or Zeke Castle, sorry.
Yeah, the sophomores showing some grit here tonight. You like to see leadership in your team, and leadership doesn't always come just from the seniors. You have some sophomores here on this team that are sure stepping up and playing a great game tonight. Quarterback takes a snap. A little bit of run. Oh, the ball's on the ground, and it looks like Tulia might have recovered. I think they're saying he's down. So no turnover there. And it is a Muleshoe first down. Glad that ball didn't come out. It looked like they put it on the turf there, but he was ruled down. Nice break for the Muleshoe Mules. Man in motion, number 14. Handoff, number 12. Trying to find a little running room on the outside, but he's covered up by a nest of Hornets out there on that side. That's number 12, Radloff. Tries to find a little bit of running room to the outside, but Tulia covered that up pretty nicely. We got second and long here. You expect a short pass for the Muleshoe Mules. Somewhere in the zone. Got a man in motion coming our way.
Look for the bubble screen.
Back to pass, a deep drop. Tries to set up. On the run, and he finds an open receiver there at the 35-yard line. Jeremiah Barron. And that's a first down for the Muleshoe Mules, who started deep in their own territory at the 11-yard line. Ethan, we've had 2 nice first downs there, and we moved the chains. The Mules already out to the 36-yard line and marching down the field. So great job by the quarterback to scramble, get out, find a little bit of a seam there, and get the ball to the open receiver. So we're knotted up here, 7-7, Ethan, at the end of the first quarter. What do you think?
I just think that here we see the Mules with the heavy ground and pound offense and the Tulia Hornets with a heavy air raid offense. So 2 totally different offenses, and we'll see which one prevails here. But so far, like Victor Leal said, it is knotted up, 7-7. Got a good game here.
Got a great game. Where would you rather be than in Muleshoe, Texas on a Friday night watching your Muleshoe Mules play ball? Ethan, what do you think about this?
I don't know. Other than here, I think I would be in my dorm room sitting there playing some video games.
Or studying. I'm sure you'd probably be studying, right? Because that's pretty much all you do is study, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Well, Goose, my wingman over here, turned out to be just an incredible teammate of mine because he's picking up on some of these numbers and some of the plays. He's calling the plays. He's being a little bit prophetic here and these calls, and so great to have him by my side. Ethan, I'm glad you came out to help me. And so I'm a little rusty. It's been a long time, and I don't see nearly as well as I used to, so I'm glad that you're picking up these numbers.
Absolutely.
So we're going to start off the second quarter. Mules going now from north to south, bunched up in the middle here. Only two receivers, and the handoff goes to number 12. Zach Radloff, who finds running room a little bit tough, and they pick up about 2 or 3 yards there, but Tulia covered that up pretty quickly. Starting to cool down just a little bit. The sun's, if you're sitting in the press box, the sun's right in your eyes. Seems like the wind has pretty much died down. The Mules again going north-south and a low snap there, but picked up, scooped up, and a nice run in room. Number 12 picks up about 6 yards on the play, and we were hoping to get a little earlier whistle there. But number 12, Zach Radloff again. Sophomore who's running strong right up there in the middle. We've got some sophomores that have been playing really good tonight, which bodes well for the future of the Muleshoe Mules. Quick snap. Nice running room. Looks like the Mules pick up a much-needed first down, and we're just shy of midfield at about the 48-yard line, moving the chains. So far, neither team has punted, and continue to see some good movement on these Muleshoe Mules. They're mixing it up with some nice run plays right here and some short passes. Haven't seen anything too far down the field from the Muleshoe Mules, but they're taking advantage of the 5, 6, 7 yards that they're allowing to get from the defense of the Tulia Hornets. And here you got stacked in the middle, fake handoff to number 10. And we've got a receiver 13 wide open and down to the 12-yard line. Beats coverage. That's Jeremiah Barron, the senior wide receiver who beat coverage. Nice play, nice touch on that ball, hung it out there. Barron picks it up, and we're down to the 12-yard line, threatening again here in the red zone. Way to go, Muleshoe Mules.
So far.
Nice handoff there. Finding a little bit of running room, found the seam there. And we've got a flag there. Typically, that flag, where it's thrown, it looks like it could be holding.
Yeah, holding by big offensive lineman number 51, Jonathan Salinas. So as of right now, the air raid offense the ground and pound offense from the Mules has really worked with a total of 75 rushing yards, 8 carries apiece for the doublehead monster running backs. But at the same time, the passing game, the running has really opened up the play action game for the offense with a total of about another 85 yards passing, only from
So we've got almost 150 yards total offense from the Muleshoe Mules tonight already, early in the second quarter. Quick snap, fake handoff to number 10. Number 1 wide open, and he barrels his way down. Picks up some of those much-needed yards, and we're back to about the, I would say about the 12-yard line. I'm sorry, closer to about the 17 or so, maybe the 18-yard line. Mules look like they're changing the play here. Crucial drive. We have a long ways to go for a first. Man in motion, number 7. Sets up in the slot. Quarterback takes a deep drop, scrambling, and he finds his receiver. Nice move! We're down to the 6-yard line, and just an excellent move. Number 4, Zach Hasley, just absolutely nice play there to find, by scrambling, finds his man. Nice pickup there for the Mules. We're third and about 3 yards. Handoff, but he breaks a tackle, and he's smothered by a nest of Hornets there again. Tulia toughening up down here in the red zone. So fourth down, and we're about at the 10-yard line. Let's see if we're going to go for the kick. And it looks like we're going to stay in and go for this. Going to go for a first down or a touchdown here. We've got about 7 yards to go for a first down. Ethan, crowd's on their feet here tonight. Early on, it looks like we might have gotten a
snap infraction there.
Yeah, some sort of snap infraction. Not sure if the defense got into the neutral zone. What are you seeing? Well, that's a nice 5-yard penalty, as the Mules were able to draw the Tulia Hornets off sides there. So that'll be a pickup of 5 yards.
Instead of a 4th down and long 7, we have a 4th down and 2.
The referee takes the ball down to and that helps a bunch. Changes up the game call, the play call, because now instead of having to go for a touchdown or 7 yards, now we've got a short 4th and 2. Gives us a run-pass option. Mules are lined up inside. Looks like they're set up for a run.
Look for a run up the middle with number 10, the workhorse back.
And there it is, number 10. You called it. And he fights hard, and he's going to be close to the first down. We'll see where he gives in the forward progress. Ethan, what do you think? Did we get there?
Looks like we got there. Generous spot.
Well, as the pile clears up, we're going to see where the ball's spotted. It's going to be close. First down, Muleshoe Mules. You called it, Ethan. Big first down for the Muleshoe Mules, helped out by that offsides. And the quick snap, number 12, barrels his way down to the 1-yard line. Stopped just short of the goal line there. Might have been the 1.5. Zach Hasley, the workhorse tonight. Mules lined up again. Hand off to number 12. Zach Radloff, the sophomore, unable to get in, and it brings up a 3rd and goal. Looks like they have it marked at about the 2-yard line. Ethan, we really need this score here tonight. Got about 7 minutes left, just shy of 7 minutes left here in this second quarter. And the fake handoff, and number 4 keeps the ball. Quarterback Zach Castley. They fake the run to the left. Zach keeps the ball, tries to make his way to the outside, but the Hornets were there, had about 3 Hornets there to welcome him. And the Mules, again, 4th and about 2.5 yards. We really need to punch this one in. We got trips out to the right, and he's looking to the right as he's rolling to the right. In and out of the hands of number 3, Bone Cisneros. Nice pass, but just couldn't bring it in.
The first incompletion for quarterback Zach Hasley tonight couldn't come at a worse time, unfortunately.
And that's true. Well, we needed that, but hopefully the Mules can stiffen up here, make a hole. But that would have been some nice momentum in the middle of this second quarter.
Expect the Mules to bring pressure as the Hornets are at their own 3-yard line, hoping to look for a safety here.
You're correct, and the Mules have shown they're not shy to bring some pressure and bring some of those outside linebackers in with a rush. So we'll see if they continue to do that. No sign of it yet. They're not showing it. Quick snap. Not much pressure. There's some pressure now. And we've got a wide open Tulia Hornet. And it looks like he's just off to the races. Number 13 for the Tulia Hornets caught us flat-footed there.
Absolute blown coverage.
Isaiah Weta for the Tulia Hornets. He's a junior wide receiver. Weighs about 140 pounds. And a quick strike. Ethan, it just couldn't get any worse. That's a 98-yard touchdown for the Tulia Hornets as they line up for the extra point. That's just that's a stake in the heart. And we'll see how the Mules can rebound from this. We've got a young team, and they've got to begin to believe in themselves. And this is where the medal is made when you have plays like that go against you, when you can't punch the ball in. And it's going to be important now for the Mules to respond, get their wits back with them, and get their feet back under them and answer. That was just a great call by the Tulia Hornets. And instead of being conservative and trying to run it out of the end zone, pick up a few yards, they made a quick strike right up the middle, beat everybody back, and there was no catching once we got behind those the secondary there. So,
and the quarterback did get hit too. The pressure was coming.
The pressure was coming. It was just 1 second too late, just a beat, 2 steps too late. So Muleshoe be operating from north to south, and we'll see how they answer this.
When you send a lot of pressure into the middle to try to sack the quarterback, you leave man coverage on the outside, and unfortunately the gamble didn't pay off. Instead, it actually failed.
No doubt. No doubt. Well, we'll see. Like you say, Mules weren't afraid to bring some pressure, but when you do, then, yeah, you're going to leave some weak spots, and the Tulia Hornets were able to strike, take advantage, and exploit that weakness right up the middle. Well, the crowd kind of stunned here on the Muleshoe side. Look, a little dribble kick, and the Mules are down on top of that. I watched them yesterday practice that, the onside kicks, and they're very good at covering those. That wasn't an onside, but just a dribble kick. And number 8 for the Muleshoe Mules, Justin Dyke, junior, wide receiver, did a good job of smothering that ball and laying on top of it. And the Mules start off here with good field position at about the waiting for the referee to spot this. Looks like he's going to give us about the 32. Ethan, we need to come back and answer that. We can get some. We got 5 minutes and 55 seconds left in the game. I shouldn't say the game, in the half. And we need to answer that to get some momentum going into halftime. Snap. Fakes the handoff. Mules looking for a big strike. And number 3 upended there as he comes for the ball. Bone Cisneros takes a big hit on his thigh. Seems a little bit shook up, but he's seems to be shaking it off there. And Mules were looking for their own quick strike. We haven't seen them set up for any deep passes like that yet, but they were hoping to strike back just as quickly as the Hornets did there. You got a slot in motion and Twins up to the right. The handoff there early on, number 10 finds running hard right up the middle, Zeke Castle. And brings up a 3rd and 13 here in the middle of the second quarter. And what the Mules don't want to do is give the ball back to the Tulia Hornets in good field position, allow them to possibly get a score going into halftime. See if we can pick up a first down. It's a crucial play here on 3rd down. Back to play. We got a receiver down the middle. Good coverage and pressure on. And a huge sack there by the Tulia Hornets. Zach Hasley goes down at about the Mules 15-yard line. They're going to spot it at the about the 12, 13-yard line. And brings up a punt situation. Ethan, everything we didn't want to happen on that drive happened.
Yep, and we still give time for the Hornets to go down and strike again. Hopefully our defense can make a stand here.
What the Mules have been unable to do is when they take a big hit, like last week against Friona, when their big leader went down, they were having a hard time to adjust to that. It looks like Muleshoe's setting up here, kind of a little misdirection on that formation. And the snap's back, and it's good, and the punt's off. Nice punt. End over end, fielded at about the 48-yard line, and he's got some running room. He's got some running room, number 2. Only one there to stop him. Makes a big cut to the inside, and about a 55-yard punt return. Wasn't even touched, just a good move. So, Tulia, exactly what we were concerned about is a big strike, and they go up now by 2 touchdowns, 20-7 with 4 minutes left in the half. And this thing turned ugly in a hurry. Ethan.
Just another absolute blown special teams play there. Unfortunate. But hopefully the offense can come back on and deliver a quick strike for at least 3 points.
Skipped on the nice recovery by the holder there on the Tulia side. A nice kick for the point after. And all of a sudden, just like that, Mules are down 21-7 as the sun begins to set on this first half with 4 minutes and 7 seconds left in the second quarter. Muleshoe's been doing a good job of containing, but just a blown coverage on special on that punt team. And the return goes for the score. And badly needed now is a score for the Muleshoe Mules to get the momentum turned around right before halftime. Zeke Castle, number 10, back for the Muleshoe Mules. And we're hoping for a nice run back to get us in good field position with 4 minutes left. Plenty of time to score here, Ethan. We're needing 7 points badly now to get some momentum going in. A low driving kick, going to be hard to field. Got a little running room. And the Mules, nice running room with number 21 wide open. And he's got his head back and his arms flailing, and that, my friends, is a beautiful way to answer that run back. Muleshoe Mule, and that brought these fans alive. Ethan, what did you think about that?
Well, we needed something and something quick, and we sure did get it.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, that is a Muleshoe-style run back. It looked like they were having a hard time fielding the ball to begin with, but that gave just enough delay for the coverage to set up, or for the defense to set up, I should say, or the offensive the blockers, and nice run back there, nice cut back. Now as we await the extra point try, down, and the kick is no good. Off to the left. So be interesting here to see if the Mules decide to do something tricky like an onside kick with 3 minutes and 54 seconds left in the half. Ethan, what do you think? They're going to kick it downfield, let the Hornets drive it, or you think they'll try to do something here to mix things up as they're behind a little bit?
I think the smart play here is to kick it down to the end zone. Give the offense a chance or trust your defense and make a stand.
Well, we need to make a stand here for sure. Muleshoe's been stung by the Hornets, the Tulia Hornets, on a big 98-yard pass play right up the middle, and then they held Muleshoe on a good defensive stand. 3 and out. Muleshoe punted the ball deeper in their own territory, and the Tulia Hornets returned it for 55 yards for a touchdown. Left the Mules and the Mule fans stunned, took the wind out of us. But we answered with a nice 90-yard return, kickoff return as well. So 13-21, and see what the Mules do here. See if they'll kick it off. Hornets are in the box here. They look like they're anticipating a short kick or a squib or an onside. Got a whistle from the referee. Looks like he's trying to get an adjustment on the clock or something. And now we get the whistle all clear. Tulia drops back. Looks like the Mules are going to kick it off. Conventional. Number 55, Victor Morales. Nice kick over the head of the receiver there. And the Tulia Hornets will start with 3 minutes and 54 seconds left in the half at their own 25-yard line. Whistle as we're getting the getting the number 12 bring the tee off the field. Mules need a hold here. Looks like we got pressure coming right up the middle. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback trying to get a little running room, and he is taken out of bounds. Justin Dyke, the tackler on that, brought him out, and it looks like a loss of about 2 yards. Big Muleshoe Mules down there on the line. And he rolls out to the left like he does so well and almost picked off. Looked like there, if the defender might have had his head up, he might have been able to pick that one off. But he rolls out well to the left, squares those shoulders up, and turns that ball right up the field in a good fashion. Brings up a 3rd and long, and if the Mules can hold here, we've got plenty of time to go down and score ourselves. So this could be a big momentum changer, big play here. This is a critical play for the Mules to hold on. We got trips up on the left. Quarterback drops deep. He's got a receiver deep. Broken up by the Muleshoe Mules. Huge play. Was that number 22 that broke that up, Ethan? Noah Cantu broke that play up. That was a crucial play for the Muleshoe Mules. Brings up a 4th and about 12, and then Tui's going to opt to punt here, it looks like. We've got Irving Torres, number 1. and we need a nice run back here to set up for a score. With 3:39 left in the half, Mules trailing 21-13. We could use a nice score with a 2-point conversion to knock things back up. Whistle to call it dead. Looks like we have a delay of game, which will back it up. Yep, delay of game, which will bring it back. That'll help with our field position as it takes the Hornets back. He'll be kicking off. He'll be punting from about the 2-yard line. Good snap. Nice punt. And it takes a Tulia bounce, bound to about midfield. I'm going to call it the 49-yard line for the Muleshoe Mules. So a great opportunity here with 3:28 left in the first half as the Muleshoe Mules take on the Tulia Hornets. Tulia Hornets 3-0 coming into this game. Muleshoe 1-2, looking for a win to bring them to 500, which is much needed to bring the confidence back to the Muleshoe Mules. Absolutely gorgeous night as the sun drops over the horizon.
Absolutely great bounce back by the Mules, holding them on defense after a great kick return. A great swing of momentum, which is exactly what we needed here going into the final minutes of the second quarter. Looking for a big play here to cut it within to tie the game or cut the lead even more short. Oh,
number 12 with some running room over here to our side of the field. He picks up about 9 yards. Zach Radloff again. Looks like it's 2nd and 2 with the spot. Hard running there by Radloff, the sophomore, showing great leadership here tonight. And again, the handoff to Radloff. He trips a little bit. I think he's got enough for the first down there, Ethan.
The old turf monster.
Turf monster got him on the toe. But it looks like it's enough for a first down for the Muleshoe Mules. I expect these chains to move, and they are. Yeah, baby. First down for the Muleshoe Mules. Cool down here to nice 75 degrees. Handoff to number 10. And he bounces to the outside. He's got some running room there. Zeke Castle. And again, we move the chains, and we're down to about the 28-yard line here, Ethan, with a nice pickup from Zeke Castle there. Takes a snap, number 10. On the outside, and he cuts it up, and he's got a little bounces it to the outside. He's got some speed there. He breaks a tackle or two. Down to about the 17-yard line where he runs out of bounds. Castle, the sophomore. We got a pair of sophomores that are lighting this up tonight, Ethan.
Two-headed running back monster.
Looking good to the Mules fans. Some of them here on their feet as we're back into this game. Needing this touchdown as we finish out this first half. Handoff. Number 10. Nice run. Open field, and he breaks a tackle, and he gets in and scores. Zeke Castle, number 10. Don't hassle with Zeke Castle, baby, because he's come to play. He rumbles down for about 18 yards and another Muleshoe score, and we'll see if Muleshoe opts to go for the 2 here to tie this game up. Ethan, what do you think?
Wow, only 4 plays in that drive there with a total of 46 rushing yards from Zeke Castle. Just wow. What a play. There's still time for the Hornets to go down, but there's also still time for a defensive stand and more quick points. But here we go as Muleshoe lines up to go for 2.
Only took about a minute on that drive, Ethan. And we're going for 2 here. This is a crucial play. Handoff to number 12. Oh, and we get the 2-point conversion, baby. No flags. Daniel signs the sophomore, another sophomore who goes in, opens up in a wide hole right in the middle, and the Mules play tough, and that is exactly what the Mules needed after those 2 strikes by the Tulia Hornets. with the long 98-yard pass and then the return of the 55-yard punt return for a score. Muleshoe comes back with a return of their own on the kickoff for about 90 yards, and they score, but they fail to get the extra point. They hold the Tulia Hornets, and now they come back, and this game has knotted up, but the momentum has clearly shifted to the Muleshoe Mules here with about 2. Well, the fans are getting their money's worth tonight as we got the lights on and the popcorn on. And the Muleshoe Mules playing in a fantastic game. I love the fact that they bounced back from those 2-touchdown deficit to tie this up. I think it shows a tremendous amount of character for the Muleshoe Mules. And I think it's small things like that, not so much small things, but they're building blocks as we start getting ready to go into district play. They're confidence builders, Ethan. It helps you build your confidence when you feel like, hey, we can play and we can play good. The Mules are showing that they've got a great offense and they can execute and they can play with the big boys. Nice high kick, end over end, taken at about the 5-yard line by number 1, the Tulia Hornet, and he is surrounded by a whole host of Muleshoe Mule defenders and taken down at about the 11-yard line. So that's exactly what Muleshoe needed, a nice high kick and good coverage. And we've got them deep in their own territory, starting off with about 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in the half. Let's see if the Mules can hold here, and if they can, they might have about, good 40 seconds to maybe execute another drive or a quick strike. Okay, Mules, time to tighten up here.
Trips left here.
Screen right up the middle, but he bounces the ball. A lot of pressure on. And the Mules sniff that one out. Brings up a 2nd and 10. The Hornets again deep in their own territory at about their own 15-yard line. Mules got a little fire under him. And that nice tackle there by number 1, Irvin Torres, the junior who came to play. And he lays his helmet on that one and takes a nice stop.
4 tackles on the day for Torres.
Quarterback again. They like to roll him out to his left. And he's going to decide to run, but he's run out of bounds. And it's short of a first down there. And the Hornets going to have to kick.
And he's out of bounds, so it stopped the clock.
Yeah, he did exactly what we wanted him to do by stopping that clock. And with 1 minute and 50 seconds left, the Mules are going to get this ball if they can hold here. Like a timeout by the Tulia Hornets. And with that timeout, I'd like to mention some of our faithful sponsors that make this game and you're being able to listen to it and watch it possible. I'd like to give a shout out to Barrett Potato Farms and Burton Service Center. They do a great job there at Burton Service Center, Terry and the gang there. Muleshoe Housing Authority and the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. We have Mohawk Auto Parts with Lynn Moore down there, who always does a good job of taking care of your needs. Bailey County Electric Co-op and McDonald's Restaurant. Also the Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Muleshoe Vet Supply, 5-area telephone. So if you get a chance to support these local businesses, thank them when you see them for sponsoring this and supporting your Muleshoe Mules. So now we got I didn't think I was mixed up on the count there. We actually got a 4th down. I don't see anybody back from the Mules. Am I missing something here? Or
Just extra precaution.
okay, it looks like the Mules are just going to not return this.
Oh!
And the ball is loose. He gets the kickoff. Let it roll out of bounds, and the Mules are going to take possession here at about the 28-yard line. Fantastic turn of events here for the Muleshoe Mules. They didn't have anybody get back to receive the punt. They put some nice pressure on, but it was a bad snap, and the punter was unable to handle it, and he kicks it out of his own end zone. Deflected a little bit there, rolls out to about the 26-yard line. And the Mules, in excellent field position with 1:44. I think they've got all their timeouts left. I don't think they've used any timeouts. I know they've got at least 2 timeouts left.
Let's see what they can do. A huge momentum swing here.
Mules take the snap, give it to number 10. Again, great running tonight, and he's finding some room on the outside. Gets out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Zeke Castle brings it to the left side. Strong running tonight. We'll see where they mark this. Looks like it's going to be at about the 20-yard line. So pick up about 4.
52 yards for Zeke Castle on his last 4 runs.
Great job keeping the stats tonight, Ethan. All right, the Mules set with twins left. And the handoff up the middle again. The big, what do we have? Is that number 10 again? Mm-hmm. And they smother him, but not before he picks up about 3 hard yards right up the middle. Zeke Castle has been the workhorse tonight. They've just been handing it to him on that little belly dive right up the middle. And he's had a tendency to find a seam outside, bounce it out wide, and pick up some nice yardage. So we're 3rd and short, maybe had less than a yard here. And number 21 with some nice running room, but the refs blow it dead before it gets off. I'm not sure what the flag is there. Did you pick anything up? Tulia coach is trying to figure out what went wrong here.
Tulia coach looks upset.
Yeah, he does.
Wow.
I'm not sure what the call is. What do we have?
A timeout here by the Tulia Hornets.
Timeout then. Okay. Before the snap, but that was just before the snap. Man, it looked like they took a touchdown away from us there because we had a lot of running room right up the middle. Beautiful night tonight as it's cooled down. About 72 degrees here in Muleshoe, Texas tonight. We have a great game here, Ethan. I mean, it just, like I say, this is what Friday nights in West Texas is all about. 21-21. We got a minute left in the half, and both these teams are playing well. You know, outside of a couple of offside penalties, this game has been well played by both teams on defense and on offense, and both teams have showed they have the ability to strike quickly. Muleshoe has been driving the ball very well on the ground. What do you have on yardage, ground yardage, Ethan? Total
for the Mules?
Yes, what do you have for the Mules? We don't really care about Tulia, do we? What they have? I didn't think so. I know they have one pass for 98 yards for sure.
Mm-hmm. On the ground, roughly about, in this first half, 134 yards.
And that's on the ground. What do we have in the air? What do you have for passing yards?
Passing yards, we still have about 85.
So we've got over 200 yards of offense early here, and well, let's just say late here in the first half. And Muleshoe just executing well on offense, using Zeke Castle a lot right there in the middle. And just doing a fantastic job with the running backs. We need a score here. We're 3rd and short. 21, right up the middle. He's got enough for a first down. Hard running right there. Daniel signs, and he picks up a first down, moves the chains with about a minute, 3 seconds left in this first half. Timeout by the Mules. I think that's their first timeout, so I think they've got a couple left. And we've got about a minute left, and it's 21-21. And I cannot tell you, having played the game, getting the momentum going into halftime is a big deal. If we can get a touchdown here going into halftime, that's what helped Lamesa pull itself over into the W column against Muleshoe in the second week of play, when they were able to capitalize on some on a Muleshoe miscue, on some penalties that they had, and score right before halftime. I think that turned the momentum around, and the Mules weren't able to overcome it. And tonight it looks like we're in perfect position at about I'm going to call it the 15-yard line. We got a first down. Mules take a little breather, get some instructions from the head coach. They seem pretty poised. All right. Mules take the snap, number 21. Again, some nice running room. They're just not able to. Daniel Signs picks up short yardage, but effective. He picked up a yard. Keeping him honest there in the middle. I think they're setting something up for a little outside pop. And there it is. Oh, just a nice little slant. Thrown a little bit low, but it might have been able to be handled there. Kevin Torres, in and out of his hands. Looked like he had a nice seam go right towards a touchdown. And looks like they set up that run right up the middle to play that slant. Just didn't connect, but ball was thrown a little bit low. It was hard to handle. Zach Castley playing a great game tonight. Not many incompletions tonight, right, Ethan?
Only about 3 incompletions for the veteran quarterback.
Little screenplay. Right up number 12. Looks like touchdown. Touchdown, Mules. Zach Radloff for the Muleshoe Mules. Again, sophomore comes up big right before halftime with 29 seconds left in the half. Muleshoe scoring once again. Makes this a 27-21 game as we await the extra point by the kicker. But, Ethan, that's exactly what we were talking about.
With 3 scores in about less than 6 minutes for the Mules. Wow. 2 3-and-outs and a wonderful offensive play as the kick is good.
Well, if you look at the stats, it looks like the Muleshoe has really dominated this game tonight, with the exception of that one big strike that Tulia had from their own 2-yard line, where they broke some coverage right up the middle and scored a 98-yarder. And then the run back that the coverage for the Muleshoe Mules just broke down on a high kick, and they ran it back a 55-yarder. But other than that, it's been Muleshoe scoring pretty much at will here. And I think they've only had that one punt, which was deep in their own territory. So the Mules are looking really good tonight against a 3-0 tough Tulia Hornet team. Well, Muleshoe fans are enjoying this tonight, seeing their beloved Mules up on top. Playing a good, hard game, coming back from a deficit, showing a lot of character to respond to some quick strikes by the Tulia Hornets. And not only even in this game up, but late in the second quarter, going ahead by a touchdown. That 2-point conversion was big, Ethan. And a nice kickoff. They drive it deep, and this will go out of the end zone. And Tulia will set up shop at their 25-yard line with 29 seconds left. I'm guessing they'll take a knee. Maybe try to throw one down the – they were able to do one quick strike, so they might run that play again.
Look for a deep bomb here. Look for a post route here from the X receiver.
So Mules sniff out a run there, and it looks like, without Tulia calling a timeout here and the clock rounding down to about 17, 16, looks like they're going to be happy to go into the locker room with a 28-21 deficit. Not in any hurry to run this play. And the Hornets let the clock run out in the second quarter, first half, and your mighty Mules, 28-21, coming back from a 14-point deficit to take a nice lead here. Great night to be a Muleshoe Mule fan.
Field at Benny Douglas Stadium for Muleshoe Mules versus Tulia Hornets football game. Our live stream broadcast on MuleshoeTV.com, Gil Lamb Advertising, Shipman brought to you by Barrett Potato Farms, Burton Service Center, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Muleshoe Area Medical Center, Muleshoe Independent School District, Mohawk Auto Parts, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, McDonald's Restaurant, Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Muleshoe Vet Supply, 5 area telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, Shipman's Body Shop and Autoplex, WTG Fuels, K&K Pharmacy, Edward Jones, Stephen Dement, Farmers Insurance, Julie DeBruin, Irrigation Pumps and Power, Bailey County Farm Bureau, Scott Miller, Leal's Mexican Restaurant, and Lance Insurance. We'll have Mighty M Marching Band and their halftime show coming up here in just a few minutes, and maybe some of the halftime from the Tulia Hornet Band. All that coming up here shortly at Benny Douglas Stadium during our live stream.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Tulia Hornets marching band. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's show is titled Orphans, with music from Birdie's Requiem Mass and Pregame for a Dead Princess by Red Road. Drum majors, Mark Espinosa, Pedro Alvarez, and Willie Castro. The mighty new band is under the direction of Miranda DeBruin and Jessica White. The color guard is under the direction of Haley Young. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the 2021 Mighty M Marching Band.
we're back here at in Muleshoe, Texas. We have a great game on our hands. 28-21. Mules are up. The Hornets are set to receive the kickoff here as we kick off the second half. A great change of momentum here for the Mules as they rack up 200 all-purpose yards in the last 7 minutes of the first quarter, including a 97-yard kick return by number 21. Hold on. By number 21, Daniel Signes. Signs, sorry. Just a wonderful change of momentum for the Mules here. And here we go. We are set to kick off as we begin the final half. And here we go.
Thank you, Ethan, for those stats. Run back here. Mules look like they're covering the ball good at the – and he's taken down hard at about the 18-yard line by a whole host of Muleshoe Mules. Welcome back, Mule fans. We're here at Benny Douglas Stadium, David Wood Field, on a beautiful night. The temperatures are down in the 70 degrees or so right now, and we have a nice fan base out on the Muleshoe Mules side. Tulia's brought a few fans with them as well. And Muleshoe played really good the first half, seemed to dominate the offensive side of the ball. Scored 2 big scores right before the half to put them ahead by a touchdown, converted on a 2-point play. And now, as Tulia begins the second half, they've got trip receivers set up on the left side. Kind of a funny formation there. They got a right, but it looks like Mules got coverage on that little sweep and pushed the runner out of bounds. Brennan Davis, the big man there in the middle, the huge emotional leader for the Muleshoe Mules, stops that run. He's kind of your captain there on defense. Stands right in the middle, a big kid, as he cheats over a little bit to the right. And there again, that hard count, Ethan. And looks like they might have a free play, but it's busted up at the 45. Didn't see a flag, so no infraction.
Second time the Mules get lucky here. These hard counts are really getting the Mules off sides here, creating chances for free plays for the Hornets down the field. So hopefully the D-line can get together and not bite on these hard counts. So let's see if that changes all as we go, as we continue along in the second half here.
Absolutely. So it looks like we got a third and very long for the Tulia Hornets as we start the second half here. Back to pass, and he finds a seam right up the middle, but the Mules close that down quickly. Nice tackle, open field there. Oh, we have a Mule down. A little bit shaken up. Back on his feet, number 50. Jacob Reyes.
Great pursuit there from Jacob Reyes. Wonderful tackle there to hold the quarterback to a minimal gain as we see the punt unit come on here. A great 3-and-out as we start this second half. Just wow. Great 3-and-out. Great stand by the defense.
Absolutely. It's exactly what we wanted to see coming into the second half. Good snap. Punts off. It's a low driving kick, and it takes a Tulia bounce all the way down. It's going to be inside the 30-yard line, down to about the 27, where the Mules will take over.
Great 70-yard punt there.
Yeah, with 10:48 left. 10:48 left in the third quarter. Mules leading 28-21, where they'll take over on their first offensive drive of the second half. You can feel the electricity in the air tonight. The Muleshoe Mules leading here, taking a lead over the 3-0 Tulia Hornets. Mules coming off a couple of tough losses, coming in 1-2, hoping to even up to 2-2 and be at 500 after this game. We've got a slot back, 2 receivers wide to the right. Hand off to number 10. who picks up some nice yardage there. It looks like we have a penalty flag over on the far side of the field. Zeke Castle continues to carry the ball strong up the line. We'll see what the flag indicates. So we got a holding call on the Muleshoe Mules, which will bring that run back. The ref walks it off. And now the Mules are going to be backed up all the way to about their 15, not quite the 5, maybe about the 17-yard line. Field position means everything in this game. Mules are back deep in their own territory as we start this second half. And the handoff is covered up quick. Oh, we got the ball on the ground, and the Tulia Hornets. Tulia did a great job that play, jumping on that handoff. I don't think the runner ever had a really good hand on it. And the ball comes loose. And Tulia here with great field position at the Muleshoe 9-yard line.
It seemed like everything was going wrong in that play. The quarterback to running back handoff did not go so well. It didn't seem like Zeke Castle had a great handle on the ball, and just the D lineman shot through the gaps and totally knocked the ball out there. So just a great play by the defensive lineman, and an unfortunate break for the Mules as they start from their own 10-yard line in the red zone.
And the handoff goes there to number 9, who scampers out on the edge. And he breaks a couple of tackles, just spins off them. The Mules fail to wrap up there, and he picks up another 2 or 3 yards, maybe 4 yards as he scampers right. Got some good speed there. Smaller back, but he's very elusive. And Mules just failed to wrap up and take him down. Brings up a second and short, and the pass out. And he goes up and in and out of the hands of the receiver.
Great
number
coverage.
8.
Great coverage by Jeremiah Barone there.
Seth Gore, the intended receiver on that pass play in the end zone. Looked like he had a little height on Barone, but Barone was able to get his hands up, deflect the pass, and save a touchdown there. Great play. Brings up a third.
Third and goal here.
Third and goal.
From the 9-yard line.
We need a stop here, Ethan.
Expect to see a slant from the X receiver number 1 in the corner of the end zone.
And the Bills are back, and a slant, just like Ethan calls. We got pressure on. Ball's up. Oh, my gosh. A beautiful break up there by number 2 for the Muleshoe Mules, Judas Reyes, the junior wide receiver defensive back. Comes up huge for the Mules there and breaking that play up. That looked like it could have gone for a touchdown there as he got open and got a step on Judas. But Judas closed the gap in a hurry, got his hand on the ball, knocked it away, saves a touchdown, and the Hornets come on with their kicking team trying to get a field goal out of this fumble that they recovered. Snaps up, the ball's out, and it's good. So the Tulia Hornets capitalize on the Mule fumble there deep in their own territory. But the Mules stiffened up there and kept them from getting in the end zone, again with a fantastic play by Judas Reyes in the end zone. 9:49 left in this third quarter.
Great D by the Mules there to hold them only to 3 points, already being in the red zone. Just fantastic defense there.
Exactly what the kind of play that we want to see from these Muleshoe Mules as they're beginning to mature into a team that has a winning attitude, taking back winning ways. Got a chance to spend with some time with our head coach, Jason Richards, and really, really a great guy who has a deep love for these kids and just does well by coaching them and getting them interested, and has really made an impact on the confidence level of these kids as the Muleshoe Mules have struggled over the past several years, but they seem now to be getting back to their winning ways, leading the Tulia Hornets here, and the kick comes off. It's a short kick, high. It's taken at about the 8-yard line, and we got a run to the outside by number 1. Irving Torres on the return there. And he brings it back to about the 27-yard line where the Mules will take over. 1st and 10 with 9:42 left in the third quarter.
Let's see how the Mules respond to this turnover, especially running back Zeke Castle. See if he can mentally bounce back from that fumble and continue to be as strong as we saw him in the first half.
Zeke Castle, Zach Radloff had some great plays by some sophomore players here. Very impressive running. So we have trips up at on the left, lone receiver to the right, and the handoff is straight up the middle. Nice running room there. And he breaks a couple of tackles, puts his head down. Number 12, Zach Radloff, has played a great game tonight. Do you happen to have his individual numbers, Ethan? Are you keeping up individually?
Yes, hold on.
Okay, Ethan's going to do the numbers on that number 12, Zach Radloff, and he's had a great game tonight, running that one right up the middle, putting his head down for some tough yardage and making a great spin move and picking up huge yardage for the Muleshoe Mules as they get up to about the 45-yard line. And again, a handoff there to Radloff, but this is whistled off and he'll be blown dead. Looked like Radloff had some more running room.
Zach Radloff has 50 yards on the night with 4 first downs picked up. Just great running, great tough running from the workhorse sophomore back.
These sophomores, Mules have a good future with these sophomore players that they have. They're going to have a lot of maturity by the time they're juniors and seniors. They're playing starting positions here and leading this Muleshoe team. So we've got a receiver, double receivers up top. The handoff to 21. And he's got some running room and some nice speed, and he picks up, looks like he gets the original line of scrimmage there as he takes some big hits. Daniel Signs with some tough running right there up the middle. We're going to call this 2nd and 11 for the Muleshoe Mules as they get past the 40-yard line. I'm going to call it the 43.
Look for a bubble screen here to number 1, Torres.
Ethan's calling the bubble screen. Let's see what comes up. Number 7 in motion. Snap is back. He's got number 1 right in the middle. If he can find him, and he scrambles. Oh, he's got a receiver out there who got behind number 3. Bone Cisneros was all by himself deep in Tulia territory, back about at their 30. Just couldn't get the ball out to him. Zach Hasley was on the run and just couldn't square up those shoulders and get the ball far enough downfield to make the reception.
That's just a hard throw, though, on the run. I mean, it's just tough throw. I mean, good to just get it out of there, honestly, with all the pressure being brought. But just a hard throw. Good idea, but tough throw. That's a tough throw to make.
No doubt. When you're running, you just don't have enough time to set your feet and get the ball downfield that well. So that brings up about a 3rd and 11 here as a crucial play. Snap back. Tulia bringing some pressure, and the throws out in and out of the hands of the receiver. Ball was a little bit high. So Mules bring on their punting team. I guess this is only their 2nd punt of the night. The first punt that they had went for about a 55-yard return for a touchdown.
See if the special teams can step up here in the second half. See what they can do.
I'm guessing the Mules are going to want to punt away from the receiver here, the Tulia Hornet that burned them the last time. Now, I believe that is number 4, Trayvon McCaslin, who's back for the Tulia Hornets. Snap comes back, and again, they do kick it away. Try to find a nice Muleshoe bounce. Down, and it dies at about the 18-yard line, and just perfect. They punter angled that to the sidelines, and it took a nice Muleshoe roll, and Muleshoe pins the Tulia Hornets back deep in their territory where they'll take over with 8 minutes and 9 seconds left in this third quarter.
Great punt there. Great special teams stepping up there, preventing that run back, kicking it away from the receiver. Just a great all-around play to set the Hornets deep in their own territory.
Hornets are back to pass. They got a receiver wide open. Oh, and he overthrows his mark, but he had a step. Speedy receiver there, number 2 for the Tulia Hornets. That's Braden Franco, and he had a step. The quarterback just couldn't get the ball to him.
Be careful for him. He was the guy that returned the 55-yard touchdown.
Okay. So Speedy, number 2 for the Tulia Hornets, Braden Franco, who's a senior defensive back and wide receiver, and he did have a step. The Mules got a break there. Twin receivers on each side, and their quarterback just likes to scramble, and he's got a receiver open, but again, the number 13 just couldn't quite run that one down. But they like to scramble him out right and left. He's got opens up some options for him, and there the throw was all the way back across to midfield, and he just couldn't get enough zip on that ball to get it to number 13 for the Tulia Hornets, who's Isaiah Weta from Tulia. Sets up a 3rd and 10 yards for the Tulia Hornets. The Mules need to hold here, get the ball back in decent field position. Big play here, Ethan. Takes the snap, and he gives it to the run. See if the Mules can cover that up. Yes, they run him out of bounds at about the 27-yard line, which will be short. Ethan calls that spot at the 25, which will bring on. Okay. Brings on, the Tulia winds up short. It's about the 27-yard line, 26-yard line for the Tulia Hornets. Back deep, number 1 for the Muleshoe Mules, Irving Torres. Mules, pressure on the kicker. He gets it off. Oh, it could be roughing the punter. No flag. Big punt there again. They're getting some great punts out of that player, and it pins the Muleshoe Mules back on their 33. I thought we'd get a little bit better field position out of that, but we're lucky we didn't get a roughing the punter on that. It wouldn't have been anything intentional, but the Mules brought 2 players with a lot of pressure. He was able to get the punt off. It was a low driving punt, but it was effective. Had a nice roll. So the Mules set up shop with 7:44 left in the 3rd quarter at their own 34-yard line. Takes the snap, number 10. Covered up.
Swarm.
Zeke Castle there, swarmed by a nest of hornets. Yeah, setting back about 4 yards and brings up a 2nd and about 14 yards.
Last 3 carries, Castle has been negative yardage. Hopefully we can get him going. As we get to the middle of the 3rd quarter, we need Castle to get going to start our run and pass game.
Well, they're handing it off to him again, and he sees a little seam right up the middle. He's been very effective, and he picks up a 1st down there. He's done a phenomenal job of finding a seam, Ethan. He that play is built to go wide right, but he's got a very canny way of finding a seam, and he cuts those back and finds an open field right in the middle. It looks like we had a little bit of extracurricular activity back around the 30-yard line. We'll see what they call this on Muleshoe. Huge penalty for the Muleshoe Mules. It looks like a personal foul. Looked like some taunting. A little bit of rough play going on there.
Unfortunately, when an O-line pancakes the defensive line does not like it, and then the O-line starts talking a little trash. I think that's what we have here. Unfortunate that our Muleshoe O-lineman got called for that. I think it could have gone either way, but sets a 15-yard run all the way back another 15 yards. So we're back where we started, but now we have 1st and 25.
Yeah, that's a huge. It looks like that's a huge Huge mistake there, but I think you're right. I think there's just some talking and a little bit of mouthing and jawing going on there, and the Mules get the call against them. Could have gone either way. I didn't see any roughness going on other than some talking to each other, but that's the way it goes. Looks like the Mules need to pick up about 11 yards for a first down here, Ethan. Am I seeing that correctly?
Yes, I think you are, but I don't.
Doesn't add up, but that's where the chains are marked.
It seems like they added it on after, so it's still 1st and 10, but almost like the run never happened. So instead of it being 1st and 25, it's back where they started, but 1st and 10 since Zeke Castle picked up the first down.
Okay, I got you. So that infraction was after the runs, which is a break for the Muleshoe Mules. Sets a slot back in motion where he sets up. We've got doubles on each side. Oh, looked like he had trouble getting a hold of that ball, but he finally got it, and he picks up about, I'm going to say 6 yards on that run. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective, and it sets up 2nd and 4 with 6:47 left in this third quarter. And we got a blitz coming on here. It looks like the ball's on the ground. We've got whistles and we've got flags. We have mayhem. Ethan's thinking we got a holding call coming on here. We'll see what the flag is all about. Looks like it's being marched off against the Muleshoe Mules, probably holding.
Decline.
But the holding was declined.
Hey, he took his helmet off. He has to leave. Hey, 50 has to leave. Hey, 50 has to leave. He took his helmet off. Hey, tell him 50 has to come off. He took his helmet off.
Okay, so the Mules again.
Look for a bubble screen here. Oh, hard count. Got a free play.
Looks like we had a free play there. Looking for an interference there, but the Tulia defenders bat that away. Looks like we drew them off sides. Tulia's trying to bring a little pressure here, Ethan, on that left side of the ball. And they're doing it with some success. I guess they're trying to shut down that run as they've been having a lot of success running to the left side.
Here's where the bubble screen is going to be very effective. It's a number 1, probably.
Okay, we got third and about 14 yards to go here. Obvious passing situation. We got pressure from the Tulia Hornets. We got a scrambling Castle, and he finds a receiver in and out of the hands of number 1. Would have been a tough catch by Irving Torres. And that was just not a good set of downs there. Not a good drive by the Muleshoe Mules. Set back by a couple of penalties. After a huge run, it just shows that infraction on the personal foul was big, because we would have had the ball somewhere around 45, close to midfield. And instead, we're punting from about our 13-yard line to a very dangerous return man. And the ball skips, bad snap, but he gets the punt out, takes a Muleshoe bounce, and rolls out of bounds at about the 42-yard line, where Tulia will take up possession with 6 minutes and 24 seconds left in this third quarter. But that set of downs there, Ethan, I think we squandered a great opportunity to drive the ball, and it all came down to that personal foul.
Unfortunate there, but that personal foul sets Tulia up in great field position, about 7 yards from midfield. Let's see if our defense can come in clutch again and hold them to a short, quick 3 and out, empty backfield. Oh,
puts the ball in the belly of the runner there, and he's got a little bit of running room. Picks up maybe about 4 tough yards. Number 9 for the Tulia Hornets, Austin Bunn, who's a junior. The Mules need to tighten up here. Again, that was a costly penalty for the Muleshoe Mules. And you don't want to let the Tulia Hornets back in this game. We've got some pressure right down the middle. He has an open receiver in that seam. Mules look like they're playing a soft zone, some man on the sides, and he just left an open seam right down the middle. And Tulia picks up about 40 yards there.
Bootleg right, most likely.
So oh yes, broken up. It's like a quick screen pass over here to the near side. Brings up a 2nd and 10 with 5 minutes and 34 seconds left in this third quarter. But here we go. We have Tulia threatening again to go ahead as they're 28-24, trailing by 4 points here. But you don't want to see this momentum shift over to the Tulia side of the ball. We're going to watch for a rollout here. This quarterback loves to roll out, but he drops straight back. He's got a receiver deep.
Oh.
Good coverage by the Muleshoe Mules.
Sets up a 3rd and 10.
Sets up a 3rd and 10. It's a crucial play here. We really need to stop him. Force. Looks like it could be 4-down territory for him here, though, Ethan. Straight drop back, a screen to number 8, and they stop him short of the first down. But I think this is 4-down territory. I can't imagine they'd kick the ball from here. Their kicker's been pretty strong. I don't know if they'll bring him on for the 3 points. It looks like they're keeping their quarterback on there.
Look for a run up the gut here, most likely to their elusive back number 9.
Okay, Ethan's thinking maybe a little run. It's got about a 4th and a long, too, for these Tulia Hornets, and the Mules really need to stiffen up here. They've got a wishbone, looks like a run, a wishbone. Old Oklahoma set up there, and now they put their fullback in motion. They got blocking out front, and the Mules failed to stop them here on that 4th and 2. And the Tulia drive stays alive as they've now entered the red zone, threatening to take a lead over the Muleshoe Mules. We've got doubles on each side. We've got a slot back, and the handoff goes to him, number 8, that elusive back. And there he is. He just scares you, Ethan, the way he's able to slip a block. That number actually is number 9, Austin Bunn, the junior from Tulia.
Great tackle there by Brendan Davis for a loss of 2. Getting that tackle for a loss to set up a 2nd and 13. Just a great shot through the backfield to meet the elusive back at the line of scrimmage. Just great play there.
Yeah, these Tulia backs they're scary because they're just quick. They're small, but they've got a lot of speed. And the fake there up the middle, and he's got a receiver. Had his receiver wide open on that seam. Looks like number 8 there for the Tulia Hornets, Seth Gore, and he was just a little bit. He threw the ball about a step in front of him, but the Mules dodged a bullet there, Ethan.
We got a lucky break there. Quarterback missed on that throw.
That's all it was. The quarterback missed a big one. So
Hey, roll out.
we're looking good here, but the Mules really need a hold.
Look for a bootleg. It is.
Okay, he's got a.
Oh, what a catch.
Does he catch it? Did they say the refs are saying he brought that in after a big rollout?
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
What a pitching catch there.
That's the way it's done. That he's dangerous when he gets to rolling out. Number 8, Seth Gore, in and out of his hands again. But the Mules dodge another one. See if they can hold here.
Look for a pitch to number 9 or a counterplay to the right side.
In motion now.
To the left side, excuse me.
And sure enough, he's got a receiver out here all by himself.
What a catch.
Braden Franco there, the senior from Tulia, comes in motion, goes all the way to the left, and nobody picks him up, and he's all by himself as he catches the ball. Stretches out, makes a great catch with his hands there. And this Tulia quarterback can put the ball on the spot. He's got some zip on it, whether he's running or setting. He sets up his legs really well, and he puts a nice zip on the ball. And that takes the Tulia Hornets, gives the Tulia Hornets a 30-28 lead over the Muleshoe Mules. Kick is good. So all of a sudden the momentum has shifted again over to the Tulia side. Well, 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in this third quarter. We have 4 threes. Third quarter, 3-3-3. We need to turn this thing around. The Mules have been poised all night. They had a big run right up the middle for about 25 yards that was called back on a personal foul infraction, and it really took the wind out of their sails. They had a punt that gave the Tulia Hornets some really good field position, and the Hornets were able to capitalize on it. They had a few big misses with some close calls in the end zone, but they finally capitalized on the play that swept right to the left as they brought their slot back in motion. Quarterback's able to hit him in stride, and he's in the end zone, so which brings us to a deficit of 3 points. Big booming kickoff. They'll go into the end zone, and you'll set up at the 25-yard line. Well, we're going to see what the Mules are made of here. It's a young team.
See if we can get that momentum back going to the conclusion of this third quarter.
You have to win from coming from behind many times. And I think the Mules have proven that they have the better team on the field. They've just had some breakdowns with some penalties at bad times and some run backs. But if the Mules can just stay poised here, there's no need to get in any big hurry. They're 3 points down. 3 minutes, 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Have plenty of time. And there they go. That's exactly what. Oh, yeah! A nice spin move by number 12.
You can ask Tom Brady about coming back from behind.
Absolutely. Zach Radloff there with some tough running, nice spin move. Quick legs. And I love that he just keeps his legs moving. You're taught that as a running back. Keep driving, keep spinning. And looked like he was wrapped up after about 6-yard pickup, but he was able to spin and move and make his way out to the 40-yard line. And there they go to him again, number 12, and he finds a little seam up the middle. That time he stopped for a pickup about 1. Nice, good, hard running there by Zach Radloff. And I like this running right up the middle, Ethan, because it opens up a lot of possibilities for some screens on the outside. So we got twin receivers down low, twin receivers up above. We have a slot back. Mules taking some directions from the sidelines. Hoping they don't run out of time here for a delay of game. They get the snap off. Number 10 takes the ball. Nice move there to pick up about 4 yards. Zeke Castle. Sophomore Zeke Castle with a nice pickup there. But the Mules are facing a third and about 4 yards in a critical play here because this is punting territory, not 4-down territory. See if we can pick up this crucial first down here.
I would look for the bubble screen again. You know I like calling out the bubble screen, but here is a great position where it would come in handy.
All right. Muleshoe band playing the fight song. Quarterback takes. He's got two receivers out there, and he picks it up. Number 4, it looked like. Zach Hasley picks up a crucial reception there at the 45-yard line of the Tulia Hornets. And let me tell you, that ball was put on an absolute rope and brought down, all hands there, in a little bit of traffic. Great play by the Muleshoe Mules as they execute there and pick up a crucial first down with 1:20 left in the third quarter. Now we got some running room. Radloff picks up about 15 yards there. Radloff with a little play off the belly there. Little belly dive is what we call that. And there's a seam opened up. This kid just keeps his eyes up, looks for the seam, and is able to find that hole and just to hit it really quickly. Very impressed with these running backs. And there again, we've got a nice little quick pass out. I'm going to guess that's number 4. I can't see his number from here.
Number 1.
13. Who do we have there?
13.
Number 13.
Jeremiah Barone.
Baron. Nice pickup there. The Mules quickly responding down to the 20.
Here we go with the bubble screen. Looking like, nope.
Radloff picks up about another 6.
Radloff in his past 5 carries picks up 4 downs and 50 yards.
You're going to have to start calling something other than the bubble screen, Ethan. That's getting a little old, and, you're hitting about 1 out of 5 now. Snap back. Radloff. Touchdown. Is that Radloff? Daniel Sines with a quick strike right up the middle for about 20 yards and a touchdown for the Muleshoe Mules, and that's exactly what we needed. With 29 seconds left here in the third quarter, Mules once again take the lead, 34-31. Looking for an extra point. Snaps down. It's good.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
That ball looked like it was floating wide to the left. Kept floating, but somehow just inside the uprights. And it doesn't have to be pretty as long as it's in there. Counts. So the Mules take a 4-point lead, 35-31, with 29 seconds left here in the third quarter. And they showed a lot of maturity there, Ethan.
Daniel Sines has 23 yards on 5 carries, along to go with a pair of touchdowns only on 5 carries. It's great to see that out of the young running back.
Nice play there for the Muleshoe Mules. Absolutely great drive. Crucial play on 3rd and 5 at about midfield, about the 48-yard line, where they pick up the first down with a quick pass and opened up the drive here. That was a crucial play because they were in punting territory on their own 45. And when they had that quick strike, picked up about 7 yards. And you see how these small little things, seemingly small things, add up. You have an infraction, a personal foul call, turns things around where the Tulia Hornets go and score instead of the Muleshoes going down and making a long drive. And then Tulia comes back and scores on Muleshoe. But here on a 3rd and 5, a crucial play, Muleshoe converts, and they go down and score after that. Kickoff taken at about the 15-yard line. About that elusive. Oh, he's got some running room there. He's got some running room. Oh, the ball comes out. Number 9 coughs the ball up. Austin Bunn with a good return there, brings it back past midfield. And Tulia will go to work at the Muleshoe 40. I would say the 45. So Tulia with 19 seconds left here in the third quarter. They got double receivers on each side. Slot back. Quarterback, shotgun position, takes a snap, hands it off. Oh, we got a little reverse going here. Oh, in a flip. Now that's a flea flicker. And number 9 wide open. Well, a little razzle-dazzle here to open up things for the Tulia Hornets. And they pick up about 20 yards on that. Looks like the Mules did a good job of sniffing that out, but they couldn't get to the quarterback quickly enough. He got the ball released. Low snap. Almost a false start. And a pickoff for the Muleshoe Mules. A pickoff for the Muleshoe Mules, and he's got a little bit of running room here. Back to the 32-yard line. Who was that? Looks like we got a little bit of roughing. We got some flags up now. This game is getting a little bit emotional. Who was that on the pickoff?
Jeremiah Baron.
Jeremiah Baron. Having a big night here tonight. We've called his name a lot. First down, but I think they're going to add some on here. Looks like we might have a personal foul. Offsetting personal fouls, it looks like. The penalty's offset, personal foul on each side. It looks like we got a little emotion there on that interception of Jeremiah Baron. Absolutely fantastic play. He sat there right in that zone coverage. He covered that little soft zone, and he read the quarterback perfectly. It looked like the quarterback was throwing the ball to him. So end of the third quarter ends with some dynamite, some sparks, both with the football players on the field, with emotions getting a little bit high, a little testiness there, but a crucial interception right at the end of the third quarter, which is going to put the Muleshoe Mules back in control. I wanted to say it's going to be around their own 30. We haven't set the change yet. Big play by the Muleshoe Mules defensively there. Well, the Tulia Hornets, Ethan had a little razzle-dazzle play where they flipped it to one of the backs, the back flips it to another back, and then that back flipped it to the quarterback, who found an open receiver, and that number 9, that elusive Bun kid, that's done a lot of good, made some big plays for the Tulia Hornets. The Mules convened on him in a hurry, but not before he picked up about 30 yards. And then immediately after that, with twin receivers set on each side, Tulia drops back, and Muleshoe defended a beautiful zone, and they get the pickoff with the run back, and they'll go to work at the 30-yard line, their own.
Here we go as we start the fourth quarter. Muleshoe Mules in position at their own 30-yard line. Let's see what comes to end this game.
Are you going to call the bubble screen?
Yeah, watch the bubble screen in number 1.
Yeah. You've been calling that play all night. They've run it 2 times, so you've been right twice. You're kind of like a broken clock. You're right twice a game.
Hey, I'm your sidekick.
All right, Goose, I'm going to lighten up on you a little bit. My wingman, Ethan Goose Leal, is doing a fantastic job keeping the stats. Add a little color commentary to the game. I didn't know he did anything much more than sleep, but he's actually a pretty good commentator here. Number 2 out, and he finds a little bit of running room, but they bring him down after a pickup of about 4 yards. Judas Reyes, it looked like. Hope I got that number right.
21.
Is it 21?
21. Signs. Daniel Signs.
Well, that's Daniel Signs, excuse me.
Excuse you.
I don't see as well as I used to. We got doubles on to the left, and play comes, and there, pick a nice read off a block there. I'm going to tell you, Signs back with a big pickup there, but it was all him as he waited for a block to develop, and then he cuts back across the grain and shows some nice speed there. I'm telling you, I just love the way these backs are picking up the open field. They have been coached to keep that head up and to look for the seams, and they've been doing it all night. With Zeke Castle doing it, we've had Radloff doing it. These kids are just, they wait for their blocks to develop and then just break off of them to some great yardage. Here again, Signs. And he just picks his way. He's like dancing, like tap dancing out to about the 46-yard line. A pickup of another 5. Just Great running there. Just good heads up, finding the hole, cutting back to it, open field running there by the Muleshoe Mules. We have a Tulia Hornet down. Up to you, Gil Robert. Not supposed to say anything when they're... Okay, so the Mules now, second amount, and they're running, nice run right up the middle, and he's still running. He juggles the ball a little bit. The ball almost got away from him, but that's 3 times that they've run Daniel Signs right up the middle. He's finding the open field, and give credit to that big Mule line right up the middle because they're opening some nice gaps, setting up some nice blocks there. Nothing fancy, just right off tackle, handing the ball off, and Signs doing the work.
Uncle Victor knows what he's talking about reading the blocks. He used to do that in his leather helmet.
Well, that was before my face mask, and that's when we used to play on cotton burrs out there. That field wasn't not nearly as nice as it is now, but yeah, that was a little bit before your time. But I was all state, at least in my own mind. All right, we got 2nd and 8 situation set up now with the Mules threatening again at the Hornet 25. Little swing pass out to number 12, Radloff, who fights for some tough yardage and gets out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. I don't think he picked anything up, but you think he gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
That's number 3 on the bubble screens. Should have called it.
You should have called it, but you fell asleep on that one. I guess you heard somebody say bubble screen one time, and you've been repeating it ever since. All right. 3rd and a long 7 yards, it looks like. The Mules could sure use this to set up a score, but they're in 4-down territory. They're not going to punt this ball away where they are, and I doubt that they'd try a field goal. It's just too far. So they got trip receivers. They've got a receiver short. Oh, he tips the ball up, and you could see that one coming from a mile away. You had that outside linebacker that was just set up in that little he was reacting to those trips. The defense adjusted over, and we had the first down there, but it just got tipped up. And once it tipped up so high, you could just see him sitting there waiting for it. So it's a big turnover there for the Muleshoe Mules as the Tulia Hornets take the ball at the 25-yard line. Mules lead 35-31 with 9:43 left in the game. That score there might have put the game away, and a little pump fake, and he's got a receiver out. Can we break it up? Good coverage. Good coverage as he never got behind. Barone back there again having a big night. Breaks up the pass, and it was almost intercepted. Mules need a stop here. You don't want the Hornets to go down there and get ahead by 3 points at this point in the game. 2nd and 10 yards with 9:38 left in the game. Clock stop. Quick pass. Brought down about 2 yards shy of the first down. Brings up a 3rd and 2. Big 3rd and 2 here, Ethan. Mules need a big stop. They can get out of this one after that turnover. The defense answers and gets a 3 and out. I think the Mules can come back, make a long drive, and put this thing away. But we need a stop here. Great game here tonight. Both teams playing their hearts out. Got 3rd and 2. Oh! A quick pitch. But what number we got there? Number 7. Sebastian Curvin comes up big for the Muleshoe Mules on that 3rd and 2. He read that play perfectly. The pitch went to the near back, and we drop him for a loss of about 4 yards. Are they going to go for it here?
Looks like they're sitting on the punt unit here. That makes a total of 5 tackles for loss here tonight by the Mules.
Mules just playing good defense. Number 1 for the Muleshoe Mules, Irvin Torres back to receive. Tulia punts it off from about their 12, 13-yard line. Not a great kick, but these kicks have been taking the Tulia bounce, and it rolls down to about the Muleshoe 30. And it looks like, oh my goodness, more fighting going on there. I'm afraid we're going to have a personal foul on number 55. I hope not, but it looks like Victor Morales might have picked up a personal foul on that one. Roughing just held the guy down too long. You just can't make plays like that. We're going to see how it goes. Is it on them? Well, my mistake there. Looks like that was called on Tulia. So I saw a little bit of rough play. A couple of players on the ground. Morales was on top, so I thought it was against him. Well, I'm going to take that back. I was right. It is a personal foul against the Muleshoe Mules. Looks like number 55, Victor Morales, on that infraction. And you just can't have that, Kai. You got to be more disciplined. You got to have your head in the game. And now this, where we had great field position at the 30, looks like this is going to take us back to inside the 20-yard line. Morales, the senior, knows better than that. He just let his temper get away from him. And it sets the Mules back 15 yards where they could have been starting at their 30. They're setting up shop with exactly 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter at their own 15-yard line. You just don't want to have those kind of silly calls, especially this late in the game. Defending a narrow lead. Got a pass, a little seam pass, I should say. And it brings us out to where we wanted to be, about the 30-yard line. Jeremiah Barron coming up big for the Muleshoe Mules. The senior showing great leadership here, has had some big, big plays. He had the interception a while ago. I'm going to see Barron might be our player of the night, player of the game, if I was having to pick one for the Muleshoe Mules. A lot of good players out there. Radloff has had a great night. Zeke Castle has had a great night. But Barron has just had an excellent night. I don't know what the delay is here. Do we have a flag on the field?
Not sure, but Barone has over 60 receiving yards tonight and an interception to go along with that.
Yeah, Barron having a big night tonight. The senior stepping up in a big way. Quarterback takes the snap, hands it off. Nice move. I'm telling you. Just an absolutely great move. Hey, that's a little bit of rough. Come on. Number 15 getting a little bit rough there. I think we should have got a penalty there. If they're going to call it on us, Ethan, let's go back and call it on them. I mean, fair is fair. Zach Radloff making a fantastic nice cut off a nice block there. But number 15 for the Tulia Hornets, Daniel Velasquez, looked like he was getting a little bit rough there on the ground.
As we wind down to close to halfway through the fourth quarter, this game is getting a little bit more chippy as we go on.
Well, he got a handle out on that ball finally. He picks up about 5 yards. I think that's Zach Radloff again. I didn't get the number.
No, 21. Daniel Signs.
Daniel Signs. Well, hey, that one moved the chains. First down, baby. Muleshoe with a 4-point lead, 6 minutes and 48 seconds, and the clock winding down here in the fourth quarter. If we can have a long, sustained drive, we can go get some points out of this. We should be able to put this one away, but we need a touchdown here, Ethan.
Over 200 yards rushing for the Mules tonight.
That's a big night. That's a big rushing night. What do we have for passing on the Mules?
over about 110 yards.
So over 300 yards total offense with 5 minutes still left in, over 6 minutes still left in the game.
And about over 400 if you include the 97-yard kick return by Daniel Sines.
There you go. So Mules productive tonight on offense. Have had some just calls that they should have avoided, personal foul calls that have set them back. But other than that, the Muleshoe offense has been really productive. And the handoff there to that one's kept by the quarterback. Some big hits up there. That's Zach Hasley. Hasley pulled it back. Looked like he was handing it off to Radloff, but he pulls it back in, takes the run himself. But he finds the running tough and crowded right up there in the middle, which brings up a third and a very long 12 yards here with the Mules on their 40. 5:35 left in the game. Mules behind. Actually, they're protecting a 4-point lead, I should say.
We have trips right here. I have been calling this all night, but I think we might have a bubble screen here.
Okay, Ethan back to calling the bubble screen. But it's a handoff to Radloff. No, to Sines there. And he's dropped after he picks up maybe a tough yard. And in a crucial series of downs, the Mules come up short and aren't able to convert. And they're going to kick it off with just under 5 minutes left in this first quarter to a testy Tulia Hornet team that are down 4 points.
Roughly about 4.5 minutes left to play here. The drive wasn't terrible. It took off about 3 minutes. Oh, low snap here. Able to get it away okay. Oh, muff punt. Recovers it at their own 27-yard line, it looks about. Let's see if the Muleshoe D can come up with a great stop here. Like they have been. They've come in the clutch all night long. Let's see if they can do it one more time. Knock on wood.
Yeah, with 4 minutes and 36 seconds left in this fourth quarter. It's been a great game by both teams. Tulia coming in here 3-0. Tough team from Tulia coming over. Muleshoe trying to bounce back from 2 losses after an opening win over Sundown. And so now it's do or die time for both teams. Muleshoe needs a stop here. And he takes the snap, hands it back. Oh, my goodness. That's just scary right there. You see a little open field, and that number 2 for the Tulia Hornets is just fast, and he's scary. It's Braden Franco. And I think Franco's the one that ran that punt back. So you want to keep a close eye on him. You want to make sure you contain him and shut this drive down because, again, 4 minutes. If they go down there and score a touchdown, it's going to leave us with just a little bit of time, if any, left. He's got a lot of receivers out, and he throws it up into a lot of traffic. Muleshoe with the pickoff. Barone again. Just can't say enough good things about the play of Jeremiah Barone tonight. Absolutely incredible. In a lot of traffic, he sets up. He sees that ball coming deep. And he just sets up and he goes up and he catches that ball in his hands the way you're supposed to, not against his chest, but he goes up, makes a great catch, brings it back for a few yards. 3 minutes, 55 seconds left in this game. Mules trying to pad a 4-point lead.
Expect to see a lot of ground and pound here as we go with less than 4 minutes left to milk a lot of the clock. Let's see what they decide to do. Hopefully we can pick up a couple first downs, keep the clock going, staying inbounds. We'll see what happens.
Well, the ground and pound is exactly right. And he bounces to the outside, Sines, number 21, and he picks up about 4 tough yards. But that keeps the clock running at 3:45, 3:44 now. And Muleshoe needs to pick up 2 first downs, and this game's in the bag. We can just keep it on the ground. The clock's running at 3:34, 3:33. The Mules are going to take all the time they can here. I doubt very seriously they'll put it in the air much. If they do, it'll be a high percentage pass, a little short dump off. But I think they're going to keep it. They've had great success on the run. I can't see them going into the air here with 3 minutes left, 3 minutes, 16 seconds left. And again, to Sines, number 21, who makes a great cut, finds a seam. He might have gotten a first down there. He rolled out to the first. We'll see where the referees gave him the spot. He might be a yard short. See if he gives us a left or the right foot there. He gives us the left foot, but we're still about a yard short. Brings up a 3rd and short. Crucial 3rd down here, Ethan. This is your game, folks.
If we can get a first down here, I think with 3 timeouts remaining for the Tulia Hornets, we're looking pretty good because they'll start using those timeouts and they'll have no timeouts remaining to call any if they get on offense. Oh, wow.
Well,
Stuffed behind the line for about a loss of 3. I'm thinking this is 4-down territory for the coach. But the time is still ticking, but Tulia calls their first timeout.
2:28 left in the game, and this has turned out to be a real barn burner here. With 2:28 left in the game, the Mules are trying to protect a 4-point lead. That means a field goal doesn't help the Tulia Hornets. They've got to score a touchdown. And if Mules decide to punt here, the Tulia Hornets will set up shop probably inside their own 30 with about 2 minutes left to play.
In the words of the wise, great Victor Leal, we got a real barn burner here.
A barn burner? You've never heard of a barn burner?
Never heard of a barn burner.
Apparently you didn't grow up in Bovina like, the rest of your family did, or Muleshoe, Texas, but a barn burner is when you have a great game and, this thing is, you're burning down the barn. You're lighting it up, baby.
In modern culture, we call that a good game.
Well, I'm an old dinosaur. I'm not into the modern culture. Listen, I don't care if you want to call it a barn burner or just a good old game. We've got 2 minutes and 28 seconds left. I can hear the train whistle blowing right off of 84. We've got temperatures that are dipping into the low 70s. It's Friday night. The lights are on here, and Tulia's taking the field. Muleshoe's back to punt with a 4-point lead. This is West Texas football, baby. That's all there is to it. This is as good as it gets. Mules trying to even up at 2-2, where Tulia's trying to go 4-0. Low snap, and a punt's off the side of his foot. Hopefully we get a good bounce. Well, Tulia goes to work at about the 34-yard line. So Mules, with all their timeouts left, 2:20 left in the game, look to Tulia to work the sidelines a little bit, use their 2 timeouts that they have left. But they have 65 yards to go. And if they can do that, well, depending on how quickly they can strike, either way, there's not going to be much time left in this game. Okay, Mules, it's time to show them what you're made of. Got that big block M on the side of your head. Let's go to work, boys. Looked like an offsides there as one of the receivers jumped a little bit early. Nice form tackle there. They're going to pick up about 5 yards. We need a whistle, ref. But I think that kept it in bounds, and the clock continues to run. So that's good news for the Muleshoe Mules at 2:03, 2:02, 2:01 now. Clock continues to run under 2 minutes. Brings up a second, probably about 4 yards. So nice pick up there for the Tulia Hornets. Come on, Mules, stiffen up here. And they've got a receiver out, and he picks it up, and that's enough for a first down if he holds on to it. You need a whistle. Looks like the refs are taking a little too long to whistle. But the clock keeps rolling, so it's down to 1:36 now. We'll see if the Tulia Hornets decide to take a timeout. Spot stops the ball.
We sure do got a barn burner here.
No doubt.
Nail biter as we go into the last minute 30 seconds. Bootleg outright. What a throw out of bounds to stop the clock. Great play there to pick it up about 9 yards.
Well, minute 23. Mules sitting on a 4-point lead, fourth quarter. Both teams have laid it all out on the field tonight. Nothing for either team to be ashamed of tonight. But we need the Mules to hold here. Mules need a big win here. They need to even up to 2-2 and go into their next game with some confidence. They have really played well tonight. Quarterback takes a snap. Mules showing some pressure here. Chasing. Oh my goodness! Almost had an interception there, which would have ended the game because there was nothing but green grass in front of number 3. Bone Cisneros. Almost had the pick 6 there as he came up. Looked like he was looking at the grass instead of the ball into his hands. But it brings up
Third and about a half yard.
Third and a half yard. Big play by the Mules there. This is the biggest play of the night. Actually, you're in 4-down territory. The Hornets are not going to punt this away.
See if we can watch the counter right. Oh.
Well, he just does a little pitch outside, and he picks up enough for the first down and gets out of bounds to boot. We're at a minute 13, and this game has really gotten good. Tulia Hornets down to the Mule 34-yard line. They're showing some strength here. Mules need a big play. They need a stop here on downs. Something.
False start on the offense.
False start. That's big. False start on the offense as the Tulia coaches come out trying to fire up their team. Sets up a 1st and 15 with 1 minute 13 seconds left in this game. Muleshoe needs this win in a big way to even up at 2-2. Tulia is trying to extend their win streak to 4-0. Tough Tulia team coming into Muleshoe, trying to take a victory out of this hometown team. Quarterback drops straight back, and he's put under pressure, and a big sack there, which allows the clock to keep on running. And we're going to go, clock stopped at 1:04 with a Tulia timeout. Oh, my goodness. That's exactly what we needed.
Fantastic play there by Brennan Davis to sack the quarterback for Muleshoe's first sack of the night and the 6th tackle for loss, going with Davis's 7th tackle of the night. He's been all over the field tonight. What a great play and a crucial situation coming up in clutch there.
Brennan Davis is your senior who's a leader on this defense, probably the best athlete on the field tonight for the Muleshoe Mules, taking nothing away from the rest of the players, but he's just your leader, and he plays right in the middle of that field. When he went down against the Freona Chieftains last week, it looked like the Muleshoe Mules just lost all heart. We were concerned that he might not be able to come back. He had an ankle. He rolled that ankle, had a lot of swelling, but looks like he bounced back. He was able to take some therapy. He was out of the game at Freona, but he was able to come back in. I was asking the coach about him. They thought he was going to be ready to go, and he doesn't look like he's missed a step tonight. And you need that big senior right there in the middle to come up with a play. I'm going to look at him to make the big play to save this lead for the Muleshoe Mules with 1:04 left to play. Tulia with about second and about 20. Quarterback all kinds of time. Muleshoe going to try to contain this. Out of bounds. Out of bounds. Nope. Makes a catch, but it's out of bounds with 54 seconds left in the game. Muleshoe Mule fans here all on their feet, ringing the bells. You've got all kinds of horns going off. You've got Mule Mania back in Benny Douglas Stadium. As your Mule fans are stomping the seats, you can feel the rumble up here in the press box. Your Mule fans are excited. 54 seconds. Mules trying to protect a 4-point lead. And your big man drops back into the middle as he protects that middle zone. You've got a little dump off. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
Fourth and a long 18 yards.
You thinking a bubble screen here for the Hornets?
I'm thinking a barn burner bubble screen right there.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'd rather be on the Mule side right now than on the Tulia Hornets side. They've got a Hail Mary here. They've got about 20 yards, 18 good yards, and it looks like a timeout. Timeout. I think that's their final timeout with 49 seconds left in the game. So they've got a shot. They've got to make it a good shot here. They've got to pick up at least 20 yards to keep the ball here, Ethan.
Look for a lateral play, maybe a screen lateral play. Who knows?
I think they've got to throw it deep, and they got to hope one of those big receivers goes up for the play. But I'm going to tell you, they're probably going to drop their big linebacker back that we've been talking about, and they've got some Baron. I'm looking for Baron to make a good play here. Looking for your defense to stand up. But we need some pressure from that interior line. We can't let him stand back there and just pick out a receiver. We've got to get some pressure from that front four on the quarterback to make him throw the ball quicker than he wants to throw it, make him scramble. But we can't let him set up back there, set those feet. The kid can throw the ball, and he can throw it a long way. And you just don't want him to get lucky and find an open receiver. So pressure, all important. We'll see if they bring an extra man to add some pressure if they drop him back, in coverage. That's a tough call here if you're the defensive coordinator. Defensive coordinators, the defensive folks are right next to us. They got the door closed. I'd sure like to be a fly on the wall in there, see what they're drawing up here. But I think if you're the Muleshoe Mules, you absolutely have to have pressure right up the middle. You know it's going to be a long pass, and you have to cover that up with a lot of pressure. And here we go. Straight back. You've got a receiver out wide, but you got him scrambling. You've got a lot of pressure on him. You've got the pressure that you wanted, and he's not able to set his feet. So we've got a lot. He's back all the way to the 40, but he throws a long bomb. Oh, in and out of the hands of the Tulia receiver. That's just too close for comfort. The quarterback for the Tulia Hornets, just great arm, and he was finally able to set his feet after a lot of pressure back there. But he threw that ball a good 60 yards in the air. And Tulia Hornets almost came up with a miraculous play, but the ball now goes over with 32 seconds left in the game. Mules with a 4-point lead. This one should be all over but the crying. Mule fans doing high fives right now. Some of them are leaving the stadium. A lot of clapping going on, a lot of relief, but every Mule fan right now on their feet, loving their Muleshoe Mules. It's great to see. It's great to be out here on a Friday night watching the Muleshoe Mules. They're cheering big time. Mules will probably take a knee and take this one to the locker room. Tulia has no way of stopping the clock now. Just a great game. Both sides played tremendous football tonight. And Muleshoe takes a knee, and this one will run out. I guess they might have to take one more snap.
Nope, that's game over.
Nope, that's enough time. That one runs out the clock. Well, high-fiving and some celebrating going on here on the Muleshoe sidelines as the Mules line up to give the good game to the Tulia Hornets. Hats off to the Tulia Hornets, who played a great game. They came in here 3-0, having to extend their win streak to 4-0. The Mules go even 2-2 against a tough Tulia team. But the Mules showed a lot of poise tonight, coming back from a few mental mistakes, bad calls that they picked up on infractions, personal foul infractions, and they just let a few broken, busted plays like a punt return and a 98-yard pass go, but they recovered from that. And I like the fact that these Mules showed a tremendous amount of maturity. And it's games like this, close games, where the Mules come out on top with big stops that builds on maturity. It builds on confidence. It gives the Mules, these younger Mules especially, and the older ones, the feeling that they can play with anybody. They played with this tough Tulia team who comes in here 3-0, and they leave this field with a W. No injuries that I know of. I didn't see anybody get hurt, so Muleshoe seems like they're going to be healthy as we go into the next game. Ethan, any parting thoughts?
A stat that kind of blows my mind a little bit is that there were no points scored in the fourth quarter at all. Both defenses stood up very strong, and it was a defensive battle in the fourth quarter. So just even though it was a high-powered offense game, it comes down to defense, and the Muleshoe defense really stood up. And I would credit the win to the defense tonight, stepping up, making huge plays, especially Burton with 2 huge interceptions and a major pass breakup at the end.
I think they all had good games. Your running backs, Radloff had a great game. Zach had a great game. Well, there's 2 Zachs, but they did phenomenal. I love the way these backs are picking up, letting the blocks develop and finding the open field. They're quick when they hit those seams, And I was very impressed with the way the Muleshoe offense ran the ball tonight for a lot of yards. Do you happen to have the final stats that we can give these fans? How many running yards do you add up total?
There's a lot of addition here, but I would say roughly 230 rushing yards from the 3 sophomore running backs. Just what a game that they had.
Okay. How about passing yards? Did you look at that?
Passing yards, I would say about 145, somewhere in that range.
Okay. Well, good job on the stats. We had Daniel Sines, a sophomore. We had Zach Radloff, a sophomore, and Zeke Castle, all sophomores there that came up big, ran the ball really well tonight. Brendan Davis stepped up on both sides of the ball, but he stepped up big in the middle there as a defensive linebacker. Zach Halsey, your quarterback, played an excellent game tonight and just was a true captain out there. And your senior just showed some great leadership. Barron, again, can't say enough good things about his picks and his great play. He made some great catches and just some great runs. It was a total team effort tonight. Everybody added some. I'm talking about some of the players that come to mind as standouts, but that goes to say that that line, the Muleshoe offensive and defensive lines, those guys get overlooked a lot, but those guys played an exceptionally good game tonight. And want to just give thanks to them for the great play that they had. So great game by the Muleshoe Mules. Makes them 2-2 for the year. Tulia, hard-fought game. They'll take their first loss of the year, but I think they're going to have a good year as well. And so this is Victor Leal, and on behalf of my nephew Ethan Leal, the statistician, my wingman Goose, we're signing off tonight from Benny Douglas Stadium, David Wood Field, with a happy Mule fan base that's leaving tonight with a lot of smiles and a lot of high fives. And we'll have a great weekend tonight now because Muleshoe is evened up, and I think this game might have been a turning point for the Mule season.
Gil Lamb Advertising, Channel 6, MuleshoeTV.com, live stream broadcast of the Muleshoe Mules versus Tulia Hornets football game brought to you by Barrett Potato Farms, Burton Service Center, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Muleshoe Area Medical Center, Muleshoe Independent School District, Mohawk Auto Parts, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, McDonald's Restaurant, Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Muleshoe Vet Supply, 5 area telephone, West Plains Telecom, Shipman's Body Shop and Autoplex, WTG Fuels, K&K Pharmacy, Edward Jones, Stephen Dement, Farmers Insurance, Julie DeBruin, Irrigation Pumps and Power Incorporated, Bailey County Farm Bureau, Scott Miller, Leal's Mexican Restaurant, and Lance Insurance.